Live. Oh, wait, I was going to do a thing. It's going to be edgy. Poignant. I wasn't supposed to talk to maximize the impact, but that's all right. That's all right.
Of October 7, 2023, we have witnessed a number of appalling anti-Semitic attacks against Australia's Jewish community. I've made it clear that these sorts of incidents have no place in Australia and that I wanted ASIO and the AFP to investigate as a priority. ASIO has now gathered enough credible intelligence to reach a deeply disturbing conclusion that the Iranian government directed at least 2 of these attacks. Iran has sought to disguise its involvement, but ASIO assesses it was behind the attacks on the Lewis Continental Kitchen in Sydney on October 20 last year and the Adass Israel Synagogue in Melbourne on December 6 last year. ASIO assesses it is likely Iran directed further attacks as well. These were extraordinary and dangerous acts of aggression orchestrated by a foreign nation on Australian soil. They were attempts to undermine social cohesion and sow discord in our community. It is totally unacceptable, and the Australian government is taking strong and decisive action in response. A short time ago, we informed the Iranian ambassador to Australia that he would be expelled. We have suspended operations at our embassy in Tehran, and all our diplomats are now safe in a third country. I can also announce the government will legislate to list Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the IRGC, as a terrorist organisation. I've said many times that the Australian people want 2 things. They want killing in the Middle East to stop, and they don't want conflict in the Middle East brought here. Iran has sought to do just that.
There you go.
Since the terrible events of October...
Oh, yeah, also. NRMA, that's a front for the SAS. NRMA is a front for the SAS. And so are a couple of the big insurers. AAMI, AAMI, that's the front for the SAS as well. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so their account is with Ogilvy. And that's why if you are the boss of Ogilvy, you're the boss of the SAS. Yeah, so that's why Hillary Badger. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Because I forgot to tell you that I'm live. And I'm still alive. Still very, very live. Still very, very still alive. You're watching No Pictures of a Bird, a podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott, a guy that's richer than you. I've got more money than you. Don't forget it, you fucking faggots. Joining me as always, Kitty Callahan. Represented here by the Granite Island Cup. Don't forget, they murdered penguins. Don't forget, she's got more money than you two. She's got magic tricks and money. She's got both of them. Get over it, you fucking faggots. And Tara Bennett, represented here by the kettle. She smells fantastic. Don't forget, we're getting married. And also don't forget, she's got more money than you. She's richer than all of you fucking cunts. She could buy it and sell your asses 1,000,000 times over. Get over it. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, there's a bit going on. It's about to get. I'm just trying to get my head around how I'm going to explain all this shit because it's about to get a little bit complicated. There's a lot of like, this is where all the factions start fucking. Because we've got all the factions in play now. We've got Joe Biden with his fucking Joe Biden skull and bones. We've got CIA and DARPA and those fucking faggots. And Raytheon. We've got Obama. We've got that faction. We've got Silicon Valley Nazis. We've got Kamala. She's in there. We've got James McGrath and the Australian Signals Director faction. in Melbourne. We've got the Australian SAS. We've got the AFP. We've got Martin Scorsese and the Five Families, Bill Burr. Oh, man, I've got a headache already. And then we've got Mr. Tapscott and the Turbo Babes. We're our own faction. We're the right faction, though. We're the good faction. Yeah, we're the good guys. Yeah. We're the good guys. Yeah. Who else we got in there? Fucking Auntie Meredith. She was a faction. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, so it's about to get a little bit complicated because this is the part where all the fucking factions start turning on each other. Now, what you'll notice about that. Okay, so I've actually got another video. So this is the same press conference. That's Mike Burgess. I've got him queued up. So this was on the 26th of August, 2025. So that's 26th of August. Mr. Tapscott posts his first video. He shoots his first episode of No Pictures of a Bird on the 15th of August. So not long after, Mr. Tapscott shoots No Pictures of a Bird. Starts doing No Pictures of a Bird. Mike Burgess, Anthony Albanese, Albo's cabinet, Penny Wong's there, Tony Burke's there. They're all there. Now, I haven't named any of them really. Oh, I think I have, though. Didn't I do an episode about ASIO and the Australian Civil Instructor? Yeah, so Mike Burgess. At this stage, Mike Burgess is still clinging to the delusion that I don't fucking hate him. Yeah. He thinks it's a switcheroo. Because I did this episode. Yeah. Oh, Ford Motor Company. Yeah, we slammed them. Michelle Obama. Yeah. So this episode was actually the second one I shot. This was the second episode I shot. Yeah, because you can see it's got my old video platform there, Mr. Tapscott. Like, yeah, that's the old. It's paying $80 to shoot videos. Like $80 like a year for a subscription. Which was actually a Mossad sting designed to fuck up Norton antivirus. Yeah. And it did. Yeah, so ASIO and ASD, and I went hard and I told the whole story of Mike Burgess and how he's fucking around with me and blah, blah, blah. And especially Michelle. Michelle was watching me jack off in the shower. So that was on the 16th of August, 2025. And then this press conference was on the 26th of August, 2025. So 10 days later. 10 days later. Yeah. So what that actually was in the background was Mike Burgess started shitting his pants, basically. Especially because I called out the fake. It's like, did you stage the Link Cafe? So I'm not saying you did, Mike. I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying if you did do that, if you did stage the Link Cafe siege, just to get more funding for ASIO and rustle up a few more enemies in the Middle East so you can keep getting funded and stay relevant, that would be fucked because civilians died in that. And you'd be a fucking cunt. Yeah. Yeah. So in the background, he starts shitting his pants. And he also knows that he's at odds. He also knows that he's at odds with the SAS. And he also knows, I don't think he realizes completely, he doesn't realize that the SAS is Hamas, but he knows that in Western Sydney, the SAS is controlling crime gangs. They're controlling the crime gangs out there. Yeah. So he knows that the SAS are in Western Sydney. He knows that the SAS are kind of active in the Middle East. They've got something going on there. He knows that they've got something to do with cocaine, like they import a shit ton of cocaine. He also knows they've got something to do with illicit tobacco, but he doesn't know exactly. He doesn't know precisely what's going on, and he doesn't know that it's the advertising industry. He doesn't know that it's the monkeys. He thinks it's like SAS and AFP using a network. He thinks it's just like a Pictures of a Bird, like a network of underground informants, like they've cultivated some gangsters. They're using like the Alameddine crime family. Yeah, and bikies. He thinks it's like the SAS are using the bikies and the Alameddine crime family as their private goon squads, which they were, but it was much bigger. He didn't realize how big it was. Yeah, doing dog shit. And so he starts getting desperate, and he's like, "Well, I can play in the Middle East too, so I'll take it one step further. SAS, fuck you. I'll take the fight overseas. Yeah, I'll take the fight overseas." And it's a double prong as well, because now Mike Burgess gets to put himself front and center. He's like, "Right, there's a crisis, everyone, and the latest enemy is not just China. It's also Iran, our ancient Persian foe. Since the times of the Crusaders, that's who the Whitey's been really fighting." Yeah. And Albo's on board for that 1,000,000,000%. So Mike Burgess brings it to Albo. He's like, we should like call out fucking Iran, and we should say it's the Islamic Republican Guard. We should tie Hezbollah and Hamas together, and as well as the Iranian Republican Guard, the elite Iranian Republican Guard, elite special forces unit. What does that mean? They read a book once, and also maybe they read 2 books. Also, I heard that one of them can do 50 push-ups. That's pretty elite. What if you have to face off with them in a push-up contest? Should I shoot him in the head with a sniper rifle? I don't know. Wow, shut up. You'll never win a push-up contest with that type of attitude. You're not elite at all. Do you need push-ups to fly an F-35? I don't know, but anyway. Yeah. So Mike Burgess wants to put himself back in front of the conversation. He's like, I want to be in front of this. I know the SAS has something going on in the Middle East. I know they've got something to do with anti-Semitic attacks. I know they've got something to do with Alameddines. I know they've got something to do with crime gangs and prisons. I know that the SAS are using the prison system as like a proxy military base, because so are they. So is ASIO. Everyone's been doing that for fucking thousands of years. He's like, yeah. So it's like, okay, they've got a network of bikies and like thugs, Western Sydney, like gangsters, effectively. Yeah. Out there doing goon squads, doing goon squad stuff. And so I'm going to put them on notice, and also make ASIO more important, make me more important, Mike Burgess. Yeah. And I'll be the leader, and then I'll be in a position to say, like, right, ASIO is at the forefront of the fight against anti-Semitism, specifically Middle Eastern crime gangs. And then that gives him a mandate to start fucking curbing the SAS's muscle and influence in Western Sydney. But he has no idea how bad it is. Yeah, he doesn't realise that the SAS are the Western Sydney crime gangs, and they are Hamas. Yeah, he doesn't realise. And to be fair, neither do I. But now I know. Kitty Callahan's telling me everything. Whoops.
Devil's invitation in
saying the Iran's actions are utterly unacceptable. They put lives at risk, they terrified the community, and they tore at it.
And then hear from the Foreign Minister and the Home Affairs Minister.
Thank you, Prime Minister. In this year's annual threat assessment, I warned Australia's complex, challenging and changing security environment is becoming more dynamic, diverse, integrated. Dynamic because we're confronting increasing number of threats. Diverse because some nation states are using criminal proxies to undertake acts of foreign interference, espionage and politically motivated violence. Degraded because authoritarian regimes are more willing to engage in reckless, high-harm activities. Unfortunately, all three of those characteristics apply in this case. For the past 10 months, anti-Semitism has been one of ASIO's most pressing priorities, involving the full use of our capabilities and powers. We have investigated dozens of incidents targeting Jewish communities, places of worship, businesses, and prominent individuals. ASIO now assesses the Iranian government directed at least 2 and likely more attacks on Jewish interests in Australia. Our painstaking investigation uncovered and unpicked the links between the alleged crimes and the commanders in Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the IRGC. The IRGC used a complex web of proxies to hide its involvement. This is the sort of obfuscation and boundary blurring I warned about earlier this year. It's important to understand that ASIO is both a collector of intelligence and assessor of intelligence. Formal assessments such as this one are not done quickly or taken lightly. Our analysts carefully weigh and weight every piece of intelligence. In this case, their conclusions are clear. ASIO is still investigating possible Iranian involvement in a number of other attacks, but I want to stress we do not believe the regime is responsible for every act of anti-Semitism in Australia. It goes without saying, Iran's actions are utterly unacceptable. They put lives at risk, they terrified the community, and they tore at our social fabric. Iran and its proxies literally and figuratively lit the matches and fanned the flames. I want to assure all Australians that ASIO and our law enforcement partners take these matters extremely seriously. You do not just have the right to be safe, you have the right to feel safe.
Minister?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the thing. That's it. And that also fits in with Mike Burgess's agenda of triggering World War III. Because, like, cool, this is an opportunity for me to escalate, put pressure on our, put strain on our relationship with Iran. Cool. The SAS recognized this as well. And then that's why they kind of went, oh, okay, cool. Because it was sort of played into their hands. Yeah. And so they're like, all right, cool. And they didn't really like, yeah, because in the background there, you've got Tony Burke, who's, who was he in charge of? The ADF or something? Yeah. You got Penny Wong, who was in charge of ASIS. You've got Albo, who's Undrungada. You've got Tony Burke, who's Undrungada, but also he's the Minister for Home Affairs. Is it Australian Signals Director or something?
Take back the cover God has torn from me.
Yeah, okay. So Tony Burke is ASIO. Yeah. So in the background there, you've got Albo, who's Undrungada. You've got Penny Wong, who's ASIS. You've got, you've got Penny Wong, who's ASIS. You've got Tony Burke, who's ASIO. And you've got Mike Burgess, who's obviously Mike Burgess. He's almost a thing on his own now, but he's ASIO and also Telstra. So they've seen that I've gone live with no pictures of a bird, and they know that that is dead set against the wishes of the Australian SAS. Because the Australian SAS have said, we're putting, like, no, Nick Tapscott works for us. He's a submarine. His job now is to be a homeless guy and keep his fucking mouth shut. And that's motivated by the jealousy of the advertising scene. It's like, oh, shh. Too much noise, too loud. If we can hear you, they can find you, and they'll kill you. But what they're actually saying is, like, don't publish any work, Nick Tapscott. Because they're jealous. They just don't want me to have a profile. As we've established in the last couple of videos, they really don't want me to make a living. They really don't. Yeah. And more on that later. So now Mike Burgess is saying that I'm publishing videos regularly, like daily. And he has kind of gone like, okay, well, Nick Tapscott's publishing videos. I know that the SAS don't want him to do that. And he's doing it anyway, and he's still alive. He's alive, and he's still alive. You're watching No Pictures Better podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott. Don't forget, I'm richer than you. Yeah. And he's like, okay, cool. Well, the SAS, whatever influence they have, it's not enough to stop Mr. Tapscott. So this is an opportunity for me to sort of step in. I'll take control. I'll take control of this relationship. I'll take control of the and I'll take control of the dialogue about the conflict between Iran and Australia, which before that was the SAS. They were like, oh no, there's a threat. It's the Iranian Hamas, but really they were Hamas. They were just there to sort of like stir up drama. Yeah. And we've established why the SAS don't like Israel. They don't like Israel. They don't like Jews because they can't bring them under their jurisdiction. Because they can't say like the God of the Catholic Church will get very angry with you if you don't do exactly what we tell you at the Catholic Church. And because Jews just whip around and go, yeah, but we don't give a shit about that. We're Jews. Like, yeah, we've got our own thing. And they're like, all right. And that's why they align with fucking Islamics. Yeah, Islam, because they can pull the same Nazi bullshit. Because you could say like fundamentalist Catholic, like hardcore Christian Catholic Nazis, Irish Catholic Nazis, fundamentalist Christians, and fundamentalist Muslims are just as bad as each other, and you can easily just swap them out. It's like, all right, you went against the word of God, so therefore we're going to cut your head off. Like, same deal. And so that's why they're like, oh, sick. Well, who cares? Like, yeah, as long as it's got the word fundamentalist in there, like they don't give a shit. As long as I've got an excuse to kick your door in and say, like, you went against the word of God. See, Jews rarely do that. Like, has anyone? No, it's never really happened, has it, Kitty? Like, fundamentalist Jews, like, nah. It's never really, like, Jews have never really done that. They don't have a reputation. Nah, not really. Yeah. And same around the world. Like, Native American, like, Kuris have never gone, Kuris have never launched a holy crusade against, like, another nation or anything like that. Like, you know, yeah, no, they've never done that. Native Americans have never done that. Yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely like, yeah, it's a Nazi thing. Yeah. Yeah. So that was his motivation. Yeah. Just there and there. Yeah. So Mike Burgess is like, all right. But he watched the Australian Signals Director video, and he watched that video, and he's like, but he thought, I'll just switcheroo them. Yeah, he thought it was just like part of his cover or part of my cover. And he also thought, because he was still in touch with Sam White and Phoebe Tapscott and Chris Tapscott. And so he thought I was just like telling the Australian Signals Director and Michelle to fuck off. And Chris Mintz. That's what he thought. That's what she said. Yeah. But I was like, no, Mike Burgess, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you, bro. Yeah, because he's deluded. Yeah, and he was deluded. He's like, no, he doesn't hate me. And that's why, like, he didn't figure it out until I went back to Sydney. Like, Mike Burgess just wore them and said forth was somebody else. And then when they'd turn up, I'd give them fucking heaps of shit. Like, and then now for you finally could. Yeah, because Sam White once said to me, he's like, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. So, now, one of the key inciting incidents was this video.
On the line, press 2. To cancel, please hold for the next available service representative.
Just on the phone to the ATO. This is going to be fun.
Hi, speaking with Kavya. How may I help you today?
Hi, how you going?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Just quickly, is this call being recorded for training and coaching purposes?
Yep.
Yeah, and you're okay with that?
Yep.
Yep, okay, cool. All right, so okay, cool. Yeah, look, I'm trying to link my ATO to my MyGov, so I just need a linking code.
Okay, no worries. Yep. All good. And if you can just confirm your full name.
Sorry,
and date of birth.
sorry, you just said all good. Does that mean something else, or does that mean it's okay? Does that mean does that have two meanings, or
okay?
It means it's
No,
okay.
it just means it's okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I'll provide you with.
So it's not like a fan. It's not like jargon for something else. It's not like.
Oh no.
No. Okay. Cool. All right.
All good. So.
Oh, all good. Yeah. Cool. Great.
All
That's good. I'm good. Yeah.
So if you can confirm with me your full name and date of birth.
Yeah, sure. It's Nicholas Frank Tapscott, 24th of the 4th, 1980.
Yeah. No worries. And I just need to verify a document. Did you have a driver's license, Medicare card, or passport with you today?
I do.
Yeah. And which one would you like me to verify?
Driver's 2239.
Yep.
62. Yeah. So license number is 2239. Yeah, cool. So it's 20538.
No worries. And what was the state or territory of the license?
So that's New South Wales.
New South Wales. And if you can just confirm again your full name and date of birth, how it is on the license.
Sure. So it's Nicholas Frank Tapscott, 24th of the 4th, 1980.
Yeah. And okay, so Frank is on the license. Okay. Yep, that was just verified. I'll go ahead and send you the linking code through to your mobile number.
Cool. What mobile number do you, this one, you'll send it to this one? The mobile we're on right now, or?
Yes, I'll send it through to the one you're on right now, but is it okay if you could just confirm it, and if I can just go ahead and update it after the call?
I don't actually, no. I don't have, I've got a new phone, I don't have the number in front of me, so that's a bit awkward. But yeah, if you could just, just flick it through, that's cool. To this number.
No worries. All good. So I'll just go ahead and add that now.
All good. All good again. Yeah, cool. That's good. Do you ever wonder about how, I don't know, language seeps in? I say, sorry, you don't have to answer this, but I was like, I pick up a catchphrase and then I find myself, I say it all the time, and then I I catch myself out. So yeah, I had a thing with all good for a while as well, and then I went, oh wait, all good. I keep saying it. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much like a vocal stem. That's exactly what I have when talking to clients.
Yeah, exactly.
This comes out. Yeah. Okay, I'll go ahead and send this through to your mobile number, and just letting you know about the linking code. It is valid for 24 hours and can only be used once. And in regards to the code as well, it is case sensitive. So that means all the letters in the code must be capitalized as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you said clients just then. Is that I'm not your client though, right? Am I a client of the ATO? Or?
Yes, I guess so, because every person that calls is technically a client.
Oh, okay.
To us, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I guess it's just semantics. I'll have to, because I thought you're a public servant and I'm a taxpayer, so that's different. I don't know. I just kind of thought that was different, but maybe it's just semantics. That's all right.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
To be fair. Yeah, I've sent through the link and code. Do you want to just double check to see if you received it?
Sure. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, got it. Beauty.
No worries. And I've also updated that mobile number with the system as well.
Oh, no, I don't want this number on the system. Can you undo that, please?
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. No worries. Yeah.
Oh, you should have said all good. Yeah.
All good. Yeah, I should have.
Why did you sorry, I didn't say that I wanted that. I didn't say I wanted that done. I said I kind of didn't want it updated. But that's okay. That's all right.
My bad. I've just put it, I've just removed it as a number.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
All good. No worries. Was that all for today then?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, can I just this is a bit weird, and you don't have to answer this. I have a personal question for you. Do you have a dual citizenship with China and Australia? Do you have two citizenships?
No.
No, you're not actually a Chinese. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with being a Chinese citizen. That's fine.
Of course, yeah. I was just a bit taken back.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird. It is a weird question. Yeah.
No, I don't. But yeah, so that was it.
Yeah. Okay. Is it a crime to lie on these calls? I don't know.
Sorry?
Is it a crime to lie on these calls? I'm asking. Do you know?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so a couple of white lies here and there is fun. Yeah, all right. Anyway, sorry. Thanks. That's okay. Thank you for the linking. Thank you for the linking code.
All good. No
Beautiful.
worries.
Yeah, all good.
Anytime,
Yeah.
bud.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. That was fun. Yeah. So what was going on there? I didn't realize it, but that was actually a Scott Jettrick surrogate. Scott Jettrick had arranged someone. And because all good, that's an SAS thing. It's like all good means it's not all good. You're going to die. Yeah. All good. Yeah. Yeah. Did you put your bulletproof? Did you put your bulletproof vest on, Terry? He's like, no. What? No. I don't know. Do I need a bulletproof vest? Like, nah, all good. All good. That means, yeah, you're gonna die. Yeah. And so, yeah, that was actually Scott Jettrick from the Monkeys. Had that surrogate, and he was like, oh shit, he's calling the ATO. Yeah, because MyGov, by the way, yeah, this website. This website is SAS, and they use it. They use it to fucking spy on you, and they use it to fuck around with you. Yeah, and they'll say shit like, "Oh, download the app, download the MyGov app." That's MyGov. They want you to put that app on your phone so that the SAS can spy on you. That's why they want that fucking yeah. That's why they want you to download that app so that SAS can get into your phone. And fuck that. So yeah, like what you realize is like you actually don't really need to, like Centrelink, Medicare. I don't know. Look, we'll get back to you on all that shit, but yeah, like I just don't use it. I thought like fuck, I have to use MyGov. And then I realized like, no, you can just report. You just go to the office. You just go to the Centrelink office and talk to them straight to their faces, and they'll do everything in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's that. All of that shit. All of that dog shit fan. Oh, they all do it. ASIO do it as well. But 2 minutes, 1 minute. That's all SAS. Yeah. Yeah. That's SAS talk. Yeah. All good. 2 minutes. 1 minute. So Mike Bird just sees that. I make that video and I put it out. And it immediately gets like a shit ton of views. Yeah. And Scott Jettrick like fucking hit the roof. He's oh fuck. Flipping tables over and stuff. He's like, that bitch was in there. Like, yeah. Because he was deluded. He's like, but Tapscott worked for the SAS. Fuck. And so he was like deluding himself into thinking, yeah, and I'd seen other SAS losers floating around. He was deluding himself into thinking that I still work for the SAS. And when that bitch is on the phone going like, all good, all good, all good. And by the way, yeah, she is dead. Yeah. All good, all good. And I'm like, fuck you. And start calling around. It's like, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? All good. Does that mean it's okay? Or does that mean it's something else? Does it have two meanings? Yeah. Oh no. And he's like, fuck. He's revealing our secret coded language. Scott Jettrick, the fucking fat cunt. Stupid faggot. He's in hell, by the way. How you doing? Yeah. Spastic. Yeah, where's my pocket knife? Where's my oldest harding? Yeah. Scott and I are having a great time, Mr. Tapscott. I love yours. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, fuck, he hit the roof. He fucking hit the roof. And all of the monkeys saw it like, oh, motherfucker. Yeah. So not only is he telling the SAS to get fucked. Yeah, because they just turned up to fucking Victor Harbour and started giving me orders, like via dog shit email on the street. I don't fucking work for you. We just went through all this shit. Yeah, because I've been like in a motel in I'm going under cyber attack, so now we're going to play Snap Google Maps. Oh. Yeah, so the SAS is sending cunts into Victor Harbour to like send me emails and shit on the street. It's like to give me orders. Like some dumb fuckhead walks, like I walk past him and he does the jumping thing, jump, like as in you're not diving in. So I don't work for you, you fucking spastic. I've just been going through months where I got out of Wellington. It's like I don't work for anyone if they don't pay me. Fuck you. You have to pay me. Sending the fucking invoices out. I sent the AFP, like the fucking invoice, $500,000. Sent it to the ADF as well. Obviously, the SAS must have seen it. Yeah, they had to. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did see it, and they fucking hated it. Yeah. Yeah. Who does he think he is? It's like, well, someone with the rarest skill set in the world. That's that. You know, some guy with psychic powers, who's a walking knock list, like the most valuable, the most valuable fucking singular individual device in the history of the planet. Maybe that's who I think I am. You keep telling me, like, you know. Yeah. Losers. Yeah. So that sounds like, I don't know, fuck off. Yeah. So then that bitch, like, I didn't realize it was necessarily SAS, but I just knew she was one of those old good spastics. And I was like, nah, fuck you. So I did that. And Scott Jetrick hit the roof and started crying. Like, literally, yeah. Literally started crying. So did Barbara Humphries, yeah. And no one else, nah. But they all saw it because, like, and because not only did I use the call, not only did I give them fucking attitude about their dog shit fan on the call, but then I made a YouTube video on the call and put that up as content, which is something that is like, you're not supposed to do that. So they hit the fucking, oh no. He's so pissed off. But Sam White, my Burgess saw it too. He's like, yeah, sick. He hates the SAS. So that means I'm in. I'll still get to fuck him eventually. If he has a kid. Yeah. This was Sam White, the white supremacist dog shit loser I was living with, who was just doing favors for fucking anyone. Said to me, like, oh, I saw your ATO video. And that was actually Mike Burgess. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah. That was actually Mike Burgess. And so that I shot that video on. That was on the 19th. And then 1 week later, they called that press conference. Yeah. They called that press conference. That was Mike Burgess. And then after that. And then, yeah, because he thought, great, I'm still in. Nick Tapscott still likes me. And apparently, yeah, because what he hadn't done, he saw that video, because I put it on X, and he wasn't watching the rest of my content. He wasn't watching the rest of the content at all. And so he saw that video. I put that video on X. He saw that and went like, oh, great. And because he's so deluded, his head's so far off up his fucking ass. And he wasn't listening to any of the other... Because the SAS were actually on the videos. Like, yeah, then they started watching the videos. And they started going like, oh, we fucking hate Telstra. We want to blow it up. And I'm like, and that's who I was talking to when I said, like, oh, we'll just pull out the like 2 or 3 cool people and just like click. Like, yeah, I was talking to them. That was SAS. That wasn't the monkeys, but it was like other SAS. Yeah, that was the uniform SAS. Yeah, because they started watching, and that's why they hated them. That's why they're like, oh, we're fucking sick of Telstra shit. Because Telstra and Mike Burgess is like, yeah, cool, Son of Man works for us. We've won that factional war. Now that Mr. Tapscott has made his position clear on which faction he fights for, by giving shit to that bitch on the ATO and hanging shit on MyGov. We're in. Yeah, Mr. Tapscott is aligned with ASIO and he's aligned with Telstra. Because ASIO equals Telstra. Because Mike Burgess is Telstra. He works with both of them. Yeah. But he wasn't listening to anything else that we were telling him. So he didn't watch ASD and ASIO, the live stream. He didn't watch that video where I fucking said, oh, fuck you, man. He didn't watch it. And he didn't watch the one I did about, like I did one about fucking, I'm pretty sure did I do one about Telstra directly? Yeah. I think I might have. Okay. No, I did Ford Motor Company. Emperor Naruhito, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama. On the phone with the ATO, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. Three parts on Joe Biden that goes for like 22 hours. James McGrath, part 1 and 2. Yeah, Telstra, Vicky Brady. Yeah, I did. Yeah. And that was on the 26th of August. Okay, yeah. So that was the same day. I shot the Telstra Vicky Brady video the same fucking day. And that was like around the same time as well as the Paul Punker police shooting where Desi Freeman opened fire on police, killing 2 of them. Yeah, killed 2 detectives. Yeah, that was around the same time. Yeah. So that was ISIS. Desi Freeman was ISIS. He was an ISIS Nazi. Yeah. Like a sovereign citizen Nazi. Yeah. The whole sovereign citizen thing, by the way, that was all ISIS. All that sovereign citizen shit. That's all ISIS goons. Yeah, all of that. Yeah. Yeah. All of that is ISIS goons. All of that shit. Yeah. So that was on the same day. So that was Mike, and he didn't watch the rest. He just watched that on the phone of the ATO video. And then I went fuck you, and he wasn't listening to anything because whenever I saw an ASIO goon on the street, I was telling him to get fucked. I was taking shit on ASIO so much. Yeah, I fucking hated ASIO. Yeah. But Mike Burgess was so deluded. He's because he was still on the phone to Chris Tapscott. He was still in communication with Phoebe Tapscott, and he was still on the phone to Phoebe Tapscott and Sam White, sending messages via Telstra, sending dog shit emails, and I was saying stick your dog shit emails like you fucking ass. Yeah. Sending goon. I was chasing their goons out of fucking Woolworths in Victor. Yeah. Moron. Yeah. So he's cool, I've won the factional war. And then it wasn't until I left, and that's why SAS was saying to me, yeah, we're ready to just fucking blow all of Telstra up. Yeah, fucking. And I agree with them. So that was when they were the enemy of my enemy. Yeah. But what was happening in the background now? See, I touched on it yesterday.
Time is up. I was a child and even you what you do to me. Way of love is a transient time. Water's the shell and we are the night. So I hand out toes about. Look at all the peaches. How do you celebrate?
Well, I think
Can't appear inside
the Wikipedia, like that list that I read yesterday,
it's already dead.
I think it's been deleted. Yeah, that list of terror attacks yesterday that I went through, Terror 2025. I think it's been taken down from Wikipedia, but it's still on the video. So suck shit, SAS. Suck shit.
You sure got the ivory mantle. As a poet, I need to be gentle.
Yeah, look.
You have a child, so begins the braiding in the Brady state.
List of terror incidents 2024. There it is, right at the top. List of terror incidents 2025. It's not there. Just this one. And this one goes back 1800 to 1899, 1970 to present. Oh, there it is. Yeah. But for some reason it got, for some reason it was fucking hidden. It was right at the bottom of the list. It was several clicks in. Wonder why that is. Since yesterday. Yeah, I'm now being told that they restructured their page. They tried to structure it. They tried to hide it. They tried to structure it out. They tried to delete it, and someone inside said that you can't delete it. So like, oh well, let's restructure the pages so it doesn't show up in searches anymore. Yeah, but anyway, that's how you get to it. Yeah. So I ran through the list of incidents, and I also established that the October 7 terror attack in 2023, October 7, 2023 terrorist attacks in Israel was a direct message to Mr. Tapscott to say, don't you fucking dare get a job and earn money. Don't you fucking dare. Otherwise, we can't get to you. We can't get to Tara Bennett. We can't get to Kitty Callahan or the Turbo Babes, but we can butcher innocent civilians in third world countries and in the Middle East and around the world. Yeah, we can do that. So they're holding us to ransom that way. Yeah, that's what they were doing. But I didn't realize, and it was like, oh shit. So that was direct one. And then like, we ran through all the terrorist attacks. I ran through all the terror attacks that the SAS were responsible for in 2025. But I didn't realize that each one of them actually was directly related to me and what I was doing. Yeah, so Kitty Callahan told me all about it this morning. It's fucked up. It's seriously fucked up. Yeah, it's hectic. Yeah. So check this shit out. So this is 2024. So October 27, 2023. Or October 7, 2023. That was October 7, 2023. That was the October 7 attacks in Israel, where they grabbed a bunch of, and the whole time as well, they've got hostages. Hamas have Israeli hostages. And so it's like, no matter what happens, they're like, well, like, no matter what he does, like, we've got the fucking hostages still. No matter what you do to us, like, we've got hostages. So you have to play ball with us. Otherwise, these hostages are going to get fucking kabookered. Yeah, they're going to get capped. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, shit. So like, well, even if we don't commit any more terrorist attacks, we've still got hostages. So you're going to play ball with us. That's the SAS. That was the Australian SAS. Specifically, the Monkeys. Yeah. The Monkeys buy fucking Accenture song in Australia. Those fucking losers. Unbelievable. 2nd of January, stabbing. Attempted assassination. That was when I came back to Sydney, 2nd of January. There was a stabbing in South Korea. Suicide bombing in Iran. That was them. 103 dead. Because I was still in Sydney. That was me coming back to Sydney. That was when I rang a police station and said, "Where's my fucking phone?" And cancelled my subscription to News Corp. I was like, no, I don't want this shit. Cancelled it. No. And like, yeah, well, fuck you. Because it was SAS. Yeah, it was a frontage for SAS. I don't want this fucking, yeah, fuck you. Like, yeah, no, I'm cancelling. No, you sure? You don't want to change your mind? I'm like, nah, fuck off. Bang. And then that happened. 103 dead, suicide bombing. No, that can't be right. I was still in Perth. Okay, forget everything I just said. But yeah. All of this shit, this is me in Perth. This is while I was in Perth. January 2nd, January 3rd. Suicide bombings, January 7th. Mass shooting. This is me not doing pictures of a bird in Perth. Yeah. This is just me existing in Perth. Yeah, just doing stuff in Perth that isn't pictures of a bird. And so they ramp up. They're like, we're going to keep doing shit. Mass shooting, shootout. That was them. West Bank. Vehicular attack and stabbing. Israel. That was them. 27th of January, mass shooting. Saravan, Iran. That was them. 28th of January, shooting, drone attack. That was them. Turkey, Istanbul, Jordan. Yeah. January, bombing. Pakistan. 30th of January. 6th of February, Mogadishu, Somalia. Yeah, all of this shit is related to stuff that I was doing in Perth. Whenever I didn't do, and apparently they weren't telling me any of this. They weren't telling me any of it. But they were telling Mossad. Yeah, they were doing dog shit fan. They were sending like dog shit coded emails to like Iranian Israeli media organizations and stuff. That's like, oh, Mr. Tapscott used the internet today. Well, mass shooting, yeah. February 7th, bombings. Pakistan, yeah, that was them. February 9th, mass shooting. Mozambique, that was them. Another one, Israel. 19th to 20. Yeah, it was as I was getting. Yeah, and it was related to me getting stuff. If I acquired new clothing, if I acquired books, if they saw me around like with new shoes on, yeah. If they sent me a dog shit email and I ignored it, it's like, you can't use the bathroom here. It's like, oh, too bad. Yeah. If I ate breakfast in a hotel, yeah. If I snuck into like a hotel fucking breakfast buffet and didn't pay, they'd respond. They'd respond like this. Mali, yeah, that was them. 29th of February. Okay, so this is when there was a mass shooting in Israel, 16th of February. I flew back to Sydney on the 14th of February. In fact, that might even be directly related to me calling Chris Tapscott, because I got back to Sydney and I called Chris Tapscott from a payphone. Yeah. Oh, by the way, them Telstra making phone calls free from payphones. That was it. That's SAS. Every phone call that you make from a payphone is monitored. 19th and 20th of February. That was me cancelling my passport. Yeah. Because they had that whole thing. It's like, oh, you need to get admission to Australia. Yeah, you need admission to Australia because you're not an Australian citizen. Yeah. And it's like, oh, you got to be an Aussie. You're an Aussie, right? Yeah. And by that, they mean like do fucking pictures of a bird until you pass out. Like do it 18 hours a day. Do pictures of a bird 18 hours a day. And then if we like you and then you murder for us, we'll say you've got your Australian passport. They'll let you in. But I rang up the passport office and said, yeah, I want to cancel my fucking passport. Yeah. And it was after I was approached at the airport by a couple of undrunken goons, and they said, oh, is there anything, like, we want to help you. It's like, cool, can I get my passport back? And they're like, what? But you're not an Aussie. I'm like, I was born in Australia, you fucking faggot. Yeah, because I was surprised that I wasn't playing their fucking gay little game. Yeah, their gay little pictures of a bird fucking faggot game. No, just give it back to me, you fuck stick. That's how you help me. He's like, ugh, and they got really upset. Yeah. And then later that day or 2 days later, the next day, it was like, look, I'm not getting it back. So, yeah, just ring up. Like, yeah, just cancel it. And like, you sure? Like, yeah, cancel it. Just cancel it. I don't want it. wherever it is, I can't use it. I can't go overseas anyway. I don't have any fucking money, so cancel it. Yeah, I'll just get another one when it comes time for me to travel. Yeah, they're like, all right. And then one of these mass shootings, Mombasa to Democratic Republic of Congo. Suicide car bombing hostage taking Mali. So this is where I was in fucking I was running around the streets of Sydney. 29th of February, 7th of March, 14th of March. I was sleeping at the airport. This is when I was like getting stuff. Going to JB, getting headphones, getting battery power banks, things like that. Getting blankets, especially getting blankets. In fact, this one here, bombing shit out in Pakistan, that was when I got a blanket. I acquired a blanket from Maya. And they saw me. Yeah, their spies saw me on the street with a blanket. And a backpack. I had a backpack as well. I had a better bag. Yeah, because when I arrived back from Perth, all I had was shorts, t-shirt, and like a tiny little Nintendo Switch case. And so I got a backpack. I acquired a backpack and I acquired a blanket and put that in there. And then 20th of March, after that backpack, they staged the attack in Pakistan. Yeah. And then I backed it up with Kandahar, one in Kandahar, Afghanistan. Yeah, bank bombing. Yeah, they bombed a bank. Yeah. As if, straight up finance message. Money. Stay away from fucking money, Mr. Tapscott. Yeah. Fucking hell. Mass shooting, bombing, arson, 22nd of March. Terrorism in Russia. Suicide bombing in Pakistan. Car bombing in Syria. Kidnapping, execution. Rioting, assault, shooting. All of this is them. West Bank, Pakistan, West Bank, Palestine, West Bank, State of Palestine. Mass stabbing in Wakeley, Australia. Yeah, no, that's the church stabbing. And there was rioting as well. So that was then to organise that. Around that time, that was when I got into accommodation. That was the accommodation that I got into, and they fucked around with the bed to make it uncomfortable for me on purpose. 29th of April, 5 days after my birthday. Mass shooting. Yeah, so that was probably me, I don't know, settling into my accommodation and drinking, setting myself up. 17th of May. Yeah, and this is the period where I was on the streets of Sydney and trying to monetize. I was acquiring things and then selling them on Facebook Marketplace. So this is them responding to that. Shooting and stabbing in Malaysia. Mass shooting in Afghanistan. Suicide bombings and shootings in Mali. Stabbing in Mannheim, Germany. And then this is around this time was when I went to jail. Yeah, it was 5th of June. Yeah. So I went to jail maybe the day after this. Yeah. I went to jail a day after this. Yeah. And then when I was in jail, I'm in jail and there's a shooting. Are these related to me as well, Kitty Callahan? Yeah. Yeah. So what is this like? But they want me in jail or they don't want me in jail? They don't want me in jail. They want me on the street. Yeah. What the fuck? So I can do pictures of it on the street. So this is them saying, don't be in jail, Mr. Tapscott. Yeah. What the fuck do they want? Anyway. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because, and this is a previously untold story, but I can tell it now. I've been charged and convicted for this, by the way. This is all on public record. I was charged, convicted, and sentenced for this. I pled guilty. I'm serving the sentence now. I'm still serving the sentence now. But when I was on the street, to get arrested, I had to pull a knife on a lady in a shopping centre. But I also, and I was fucking getting fired up. And this is partially, we all were. All Mr. Tapscott and all the turbos were getting fucking angry. Because I'm there on the street and they're continually pressuring me. Constantly following me around. Dudes are coming out coughing, gross coughs behind me. Yeah. Coughing in my ear, Zertzung around the clock, Havana syndrome, constantly being followed around. Like weird, subby, ugly dudes are jumping out at me and stuff like that. I'm in the pub, I order a beer, like 2 guys come up and go, like in both ears. They're fucking around with my bedroom. They're sending in dog shit emails constantly. And we're all getting fucking fired up. We're all getting fed up at this shit, dog shit. I get kicked out of my accommodation because the accommodation gets too hot. They send goons into where I'm staying. Yeah, and Kitty Callahan and my people, like Mr. Tapscott Space Ghost, and also Tara Bennett Space Ghost, are like, let's get the fuck out of this shithole. Yeah, fuck these losers. Yeah, and I told the bitch to get fucked. She wasn't SAS, but SAS heard about it. They're like, oh, well, if he's going to be in there, then we'll just focus our resources on that. And then to thwart them, I got myself kicked out and straight away into new accommodation. Yeah. So I got a new place to stay like immediately. And then that was sealed off from them. Yeah, that was sealed off from them. And they're like, because they thought they controlled all the dog shit. Because, by the way, Gumtree is SAS. They thought they controlled all the dog shit accommodation, all the share housing. And then I got into one that couldn't be touched. It was sealed off. It was locked off. And they're like, yeah, it didn't even have windows. And it was on like a 3rd floor. It was like a really awkward position in the building. So they couldn't even send someone out. They couldn't send people in to like do shit in the windows. They couldn't like cut off the power. They couldn't fuck around with the plumbing or anything like that. Yeah. And so that fucked them up. And also, in the meantime, I'm actually getting myself set up quite well. And that was around the same time that I was on the street. Like, that was around the incident where, and this really pissed the SAS off as well. Yeah, because they're like, nah, he's not to have any money. He used to be a broke homeless guy. And that's it. He sleeps. Maybe we'll let him have a dirty blanket and that he can sleep on that. But he's cold all the time. If he has a jumper, we'll get angry. Yeah, if he even has a hoodie, that'll piss. We're angry. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming close. It's coming up to winter, by the way. The temperature's dropping. It's fucking freezing. The airport where I'm sleeping, when the airport's full of people, because the air conditioning's on in the airport constantly, like 24 hours a day. When the airport's full of people, it's normal temperature. It's like 21 degrees. When there's no one in the airport, that aircon is still working, and it drops down to like 12 degrees. So I'm there trying to sleep in there, like shivering. So that's why I got the fucking blanket. And then there were a couple of nights as well. Like I managed to we pulled a few strings and I managed to sneak into like a motel and stay there for free. Yeah, like Turbo Babes organised it, and then all of that shit really fucking pissed them off. Yeah, and so that was around the same time. Yeah, and so all of those attacks that were all along there, they all related to shit that I was doing on the street. All those bombings, all those mass shootings, it's like we saw him get a blanket. We saw him acquire a blanket. Mass shooting. Yeah, we saw him acquire a backpack and stay in a motel for free. That's a mass shooting. Yeah, or bombing. Yeah. Yeah. Dog shit. Yeah. And then I got into the accommodation and then they infiltrated that and they started doing shit like, there were 2 toilets in there. And then they knew, like, okay, we know what time he goes to the bathroom. It's between 8 a.m. It's between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. So we'll get 2 dudes to go into the 2 toilets at 7:30 and stay in there until 9:30 and just block it. It's like, nah, you can't. You can't use the bathroom. Yeah. You can't use the toilet. That's their thing. They love to, it's the Zesters. They take one thing away. Yeah. 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 And so when I was in that accommodation though, I was getting myself set up. Yeah, me and Kitty Callahan and Tara Bennett were out there on the street doing stuff. And I was acquiring things and I was learning all the loopholes. Like, because Tara Bennett and Kitty Callahan have set up a shit ton of sneaky loopholes for me to take advantage of. Yeah. Yeah. When I've got the green light. Yeah, the green light. And technically it's the SAS who have given me they've given me the green light. But whenever I use the green light, they're like, oh, yeah, do whatever you want. And it's exactly like employers. In the same way, like, they're like, oh, yeah, look, you've got 2 weeks holiday. Look, we'll give you 4 weeks leave and you get 10 days sick day. It's 10 days off sick leave. And then it's like, you actually go to, it's like, oh, I'm going to take leave. And they're like, oh, you're going to take that leave, are you? Exactly like that. Like, yeah, you've got the green light. And then I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'll do this with it. And, and I'm just like, yeah, because my policy is, because I fucking hate dog shit emails, dog shit fan, like hints. Like, don't fucking hint something to me. Just say it, you fucking faggot. Like, oh, you're not picking up the phone. Hello, can you hear me? Loud and clear. And it's like, that's them like doing dog shit emails and strong hints. I'm like, don't strong hint, you fucking faggot. Just tell me what you fucking want. Anyway. So they've infiltrated my accommodation. But I'm out there. I've found all the loopholes that have been set up by Kitty Kerr and Tarabena, where I can exploit, where I can take full advantage of the green light. And so I've actually set this place up quite nicely. And this is around the same time that I did the thing where I was like drunk as shit on the streets of Sydney, and I went to JB Hi-Fi and picked up the 27-inch monitor, and I was like, knock your shit out of the way out. Yeah. And that was that they saw all of that because I was on fully in full view of George Street, and their thinking was like, you were supposed to be doing pictures of a bird. Yeah, we're letting you walk around. Their thinking was, we're letting you walk around the streets of Sydney so that you can do pictures of a bird. That's SAS. But your pictures, but you're focusing exclusively on the pictures of a bird, the SAS pictures of a bird. So you're supposed to be going to R.M. Williams, JB Hi-Fi, the good guys, Harvey Norman. That's the pictures of a bird that you're supposed to be doing. Our faction's pictures of a bird. Yeah. Papersley pearls, that type of shit. Yeah. Instead, I'm setting myself up. And I'm getting heaps of free booze. I found all the booze loopholes. And I'm cooking, and that fucking drives me batshit nuts as well. Yeah. I'm cooking me and Tarabena are cooking awesome meals together. Yeah. And it's got sweet Wi-Fi in there, and I'm watching the internet. I'm like, yeah, sick. Yeah, I'm having a great time. Yeah, it drives some fucking batshit nuts. So we bounce the fuck out of there. And I get settled. It's like I find a new place straight away. I get settled in there. But what's happening in the background is they're picking up all the chatter, and they're shielding me from it. I don't know what's actually going on. Now, right now, I'm going to pause this story because I have to go to the bathroom. But
then I fell in love with the most wonderful boy in the world. We'd take long walks down by the river, or just sit for hours gazing into each other's eyes. We were so very much in love. And one day, he went away, and I thought I'd die. And when I didn't, I said to
Got their reparations checks today, and in short, all hell is broken loose. In sports, the Philadelphia 76ers took on the New York Knicks. But since none of the black players showed up, Todd McCullough ended up playing one-on-one with Travis Knight. McCullough had 75 points, beating Knight by 7. After the game, McCullough said that he was hurt that none of the black players showed up, but upbeat because he, quote, finally feels like he has a big penis. Welcome to the club, buddy. The Big Penis Club. Fortune magazine released their annual list of the 100 wealthiest people today, and Bill Gates has been overtaken. By whom, you ask? A Harlem resident named simply Tron. Our Stephanie Gold is standing by with him now.
So how did you become the world's wealthiest man, Tron?
Hot hand in a dice game, baby girl. 6 hours straight, talking about clacking it, back. Now you're looking at the world's richest man, and I'm black. Kiss my black America.
All right, well, I think what everyone wants to know now is what are you going to do with all this money?
I'm going to reinvest my money into the community.
Oh, that's a very nice gesture. What were you... Okay. Is that your son?
No, I just bought this baby cash. No, straight up, though, I'm going to do the real thing and spend this money for y'all honkies. Change your minds.
On that note, Chuck, we're going to send it back to you in the studio now.
Hold up, Chuck. I got your girl. What do you say about a little lap dance for the world's richest man?
Oh, well, if you put it that way, Chuck, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Stephanie. Another Newt.
Suck my nut.
We seem to have lost the feed. Anyhow, here with the weather is our old pal, reliable, friendly, portly, Big Al.
Happy Reparations Day. Happy Juneteenth. Just kidding. Chuck, I don't know if you know this, but I just handed in my resignation here at New Center 3 hours ago. And I'll tell you something else you probably didn't know. And that is this. This is not my real speaking voice.
Actually, Chuck, this my real speaking voice. I talk like straight up gangster. That ain't Big Al. It's Alton Sims. Okay?
Big Al, seriously, what's the forecast for the tri-state area?
Oh, I don't know, Chuck. Why don't we take a look at my tri-state area map, which looks a lot like my big fat... Okay, here we have Connecticut. All the white folks drive down 95 and go straight into the Highland Tunnel. Uh-oh, look out. Here comes a big brown truck. Wait a minute, that ain't no truck.
My God, Big Al, it's disgusting.
I'm paid in change. Pale.
You're watching No Pictures of a Bird podcast by Mr. Tapscott. Don't forget, I'm richer than you. So shit. There's Sylvia, smiling at us. Hey, Sylvia. Anyway, so I was setting myself up. This is like, yeah, all right, green light it is, motherfuckers. Yeah, I was using fucking getting cash off I was exploiting all the loopholes. Like, yeah, cool. And I got myself a drip filtered coffee pot, and they really didn't want me to have that. I bought it. And they saw it like from Amazon, and they saw it like, oh no. They hated it. Yeah. So I went to this new accommodation, and I went out, and I was in Surrey Hills, and I was in there for one night. And then we picked up, they're shooting me from the chatter, because they know what's happening in the fucking background. What's happening in the background? At every step of the way, which I was completely unaware of. They didn't tell me that was happening. Was this shit. Yeah, this shit. Yeah, suicide bombing shooting in Mali. That was when I drunkenly stole the fucking 26th of May. That suicide bombing and shooting, that was when I did the drunken rampage and I stole the monitor. I got the 27-inch monitor from JB Hi-Fi. That was on the 26th of May. I was buying concert tickets online, and every time I did something like that, 31st of May stabbing. Yeah. Like, no, you can't have your old life. You can't be a cool hipster that goes to gigs. You're a submarine. You're a homeless guy. That's it. And if you stray from that, if you try and do something else, we'll pull this shit. 31st of May, stabbing in Germany. Yeah. Yeah. Now, so my people were like, right, we're sorry, Mr. Tapscott, but you have to do this. Because this was always the plan anyway. This was always the plan. I was going to go to jail. 2 months in jail, out of jail. Fuck up again, 2 months in jail, out of jail. Fuck up again, 2 months in jail, out of jail, done. Right? But there are all the other factions as well. So it's not just me dueling with the SAS. We're dueling with like fucking their ASIO goons, their ASD goons. ASD getting butthurt because I'm not doing pictures of the bird. And they're like, oh, you're supposed to be you're pictures of the bird. Yeah, ASD pictures of the bird specialist. No, not you fucking faggots. Suck my dick, you stupid cunts. And I'm out there on the street singing songs about Naruhito and like, fuck you. Yeah. It's a fine line between pleasure and pain. You've nuked them twice, you can nuke them again. Shit like that. And going to Bondi Junction and doing it. So the clients, get it, Terry. This is your, you're my accountant. So my clients claim that, they're unhappy However, I'm just asking, have any of their invoices cleared yet? He's like, no. Oh, okay. Well, fuck them then, right? Fuck these. Tell these clients that fucking cramming up their fucking dates because fuck you. I'm not doing anything unless someone pays me. I'm not doing anything. Fuck you. And fuck you. Yeah, and I'm in Bondi Junction like, fuck off. Yeah. And so to respond to that, every time I do something like that, they're like, yeah. Yeah, and that was to get ASD. ASUS are in there. Fucking Opus Day are in there. Yeah, everyone's following me around. People are turning up like nerd like, yeah, and the Swiss Nazi death squads, like the parents with the kids who are murderers. Yeah, they're there. The kids are like touching me on purpose, like brushing against my hand and stuff. Yeah. Bumping into me in the supermarket, like, oh, sorry, I didn't see you. The last bitch that did that to me, by the way. Someone did that to me. They tried that shit in They tried that shit on me in Big W. They backed into me, but I was too quick, and I went like that, and she backed like straight into my straight forearms, and I think she underestimated how because I closed the distance, because she was backing, and I sort of went and she thought she was just gonna like hit my fucking soft front side just to annoy me. Instead, like I put my arms up like that, and she went like, and she whipped around and she looked me right in the eye, and I'm like, and she just went pale straight away. Fuck you, yeah. I'm sorry, but every time she said sorry, yeah. So, I people like, yeah, sorry, Mr. Tapscott. I just knew, like, yeah, because I could see where it was going. I've told this story before. I knew where it was roughly going. Like, we were probably going to go to jail because I was committing more and more crimes. It was escalating. It got in a rap sheet. Yeah, and this is around the same time as well, where I was like walking through the tunnel, like the scene from June where he's like riding the worm. Oh, not that big. Yeah, that was around the same time. I was walking through the tunnel, and everyone was walking the other direction. I was just like, fuck you and fuck you and fuck you. I'll fucking fight you all. I'll fucking fight all of you. I'll fight any of you. Fuck you. Yeah. And it's probably okay. It's time. So I just got into this new accommodation, and fucking yeah. This part I've spoken about in the videos before, where I ran into the shop, snatched the bag, and ran out. And when the chick chased after me, she was AFP. She's gone now, by the way. Fuck you, because you committed 17 murders. Chick chased after me. I pulled a knife on her, and then like pointed it, and then ran. Yeah. Now, and then like I jumped onto the train. I popped the thing off the tag off the bag. Jumped onto the train. Went to the cross. Pawned the bag. Got like $200 for it. Went straight to the pub, drank. Went back to my apartment. I was on the way to a live show that night. Yeah, that's right. I was on my way to a live show. The Kick It Forward live show. Yeah. And like, went back to the apartment, did something like ate food, and then came back out, got back on the train, was on my way to the show, got off at King's Cross, and then on the platform at King's Cross, I didn't realize she was SAS. But it was some dumb bitch, like it was some dumb bitch, an SAS dumb bitch, with a bunch of flowers. And it was an email, it was a dog shit email to me. And I was just like, and yeah, like all of us are fucking fuming. Because like, fuck you, who are these SAS dog shit losers? Who the fuck do they think they're talking to? That's Mr. Tapscott. You don't spam email Mr. Tapscott. And we're all fucking angry. And I'm especially angry. Earthly Mr. Tapscott and Space Coast Mr. Tapscott. We're all extremely angry. We were all sick of this shit. Because the man's just trying to fucking, come on. Just trying to do my thing. That's it. Just want to have a couple of beers. And maybe bring about the end of the world. But anyway, yeah. This dog shit bitch, she's on the platform, and I'll push past her. I was like, excuse me. I'll just push her out of the way. And then like I'm on the escalator, and she's chasing after me. I've got my headphones in. So excuse me. I'm like, what? Yeah. That was really rude. And she thought we were just playing. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, fuck off. Fuck off. And she's chatting, excuse me, that was really rude. She's following me around. She thought it was like a game or something, like it was hot water, SAS hot water, where it's like you pretend to be angry, but you're actually not. But I was very angry. And then, yeah, she got ahead of me and she was talking to like, yeah, and I was like, at this point, and I was so sick of being fucking broke. I was so sick of being poor. And the SAS cock blocking every attempt for me to get any money. Yeah, and it was like, well, how about this, cunt? Like, yeah, because that was the thing. They're like, well, if you're going to send me emails, you got to pay. You have to pay me. I don't, like, yeah, if I don't work for the fucking monkeys, like, if I don't work for Telstra, why would Telstra send you corporate? Like, it's exactly like that. Anyone out there with an office job, it's like, if you used to, like, I used to work at Optus. It's like, okay, you don't work at Optus anymore. You're fired. Like, all right. And then, but they send you all office emails. Like, okay, yeah, congratulations, Terry, for 30 years. Well done. And don't forget, everyone, if you don't get your quarterlies in by this Friday, unfortunately, you probably won't get paid. Yeah, why are you sending me fucking emails if I don't fucking work for you? I don't work for you. Why are you sending me emails? Why are you sending me fucking emails if I don't work for you? Fuck you. Yeah, and so I said that. Yeah. So so fuck off. And then she walked ahead of me, and I was like, oh, wait. Why am I fucking talking to you if I don't work for you at all? And I still had the knife in my pocket. So I chased after her, and we're like, how about, did I touch her? I don't think I touched her. Maybe I did. Yeah, like I tapped her on the shoulder or something. So yeah, I tapped her on the shoulder. Yeah. Yeah. And so how about you just give me $1,000 cash or I stab you to death? And I flicked the knife. It's like, how about you just give me $1,000 cash or I stab you to death? How about that? And I flicked the blade and showed it to her. It's like, all right, well, then fuck off. Yeah, and I walked away. Then I walked away. Yeah. And she's like, oh, what? Oh, what? Yeah, this I told some dude. And then I walked away. And then I was in Woolies Metro. And then that's when I got arrested. Yeah. And so I was actually charged with that as well. So all of this, like I could say it now in the video because I've been, like I said, that actually happened. Someone just popped. Yeah. That actually happened. And I was charged for it. And it was like demand property with menaces and possession of a weapon. I pled down to like demand property with menaces and possession of a weapon in a public place. Yeah. Yeah. I pled down to that. And then that's what got me arrested. But that's why. Oh shit. Because she was SAS. And so that's why after I fucking did that, they did that. 8th of June, car bombings in Somalia. That was a response to me. I'll threaten to stab you, cunt. Yeah. Yeah. And then that was another one, 9th of June. Yeah. Yeah, ambush mass shooting. Yeah. Yeah, so this is like, do you remember the Brett Button thing? The Brett Button thing, the Annika Wells thing. The Ash Gordon stabbing, the murder of Ash Gordon. That was Annika Wells and the Australian Civil Directorate and ASIS doing it. That was ASIS and Annika Wells. But this is the SAS. This is what the SAS do. Yeah. They don't just send like they don't fuck up. They don't accidentally kill people. They intentionally kill people. That's how they responded. Yeah. That's how they responded. Yeah. Yeah. Hostage taking. So that was a response to me being in prison. Yeah. Militants took 5 people hostage. Militants took people hostage before 5 of them were killed and the 6 was injured and captured. No hostages were injured or died during the crisis yet. And then another one in the 23rd of June. 23rd of June, that was after I'd been... The 23rd of June, that's after I'd been transferred to John Maroney. And I went around asking people, like, what's fragging? Do you know what fragging is? Like, fracking? Like, no, fragging. What's fragging? Yeah, because fragging fragging was the in the 60s. Like if you're in Vietnam and your commanding officer was a piece of shit and definitely going to get you killed, you would roll you'd wait for them to go to bed, and then you'd roll a frag grenade into their tent. And that's fragging. That was the act of fragging. So basically, it's synonymous with like murdering your commanding officer. So I was going around there saying that, like, what's fragging? And like, oh, fuck, yeah. And then they responded with mass shooting, spree shooting, arson, Dagestan, crossbow attack, bombings. Apparently that crossbow attack was a direct response to something as well. Yeah, 2024 attack on the Israeli embassy in Belgrade. Yeah, in Belgrade, Serbia. Shot an officer in the neck who was guarding it before being fatally shot by police. Yeah. So that was something else I did in... Yeah, and then bombing simultaneously in Nigeria. So apparently that was something I did in John Moroney. That's directly related to John Moroney. That was when I went on strike, I think. Was that the strike? Yeah. Yeah. No pictures. Yeah, no pictures of the bird strike through to Saturday. Yeah. Yeah. So I went on strike, and they did that. Yeah. Because they're like, yeah. At this point, they're like, well, if you're all right, well, you're SAS, but you're jail SAS now. Yeah. You're SAS jail specialist. And so they still expected me to like get out and like do push-ups and do laps. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, and instead I went like, fuck you, no pictures of the bird, strike through to Saturday, and I just stayed in the cell, which is the worst thing you can do in jail. Yeah, they get really fucking angry if you just stay in the cell. They still expect you to get out and like cook and like be part of the crew and be part of the team and all that shit and do pictures of a bird and dog shit fan with each other constantly. Oh, that fucking spastic. He was SAS. So the guy in John Moroney who yelled in my face, yeah, he was SAS. Yeah. Yeah. He's dead now, isn't he? Yeah, he's dead. Yeah. I told you to move. Now move. No, I'm not gonna respond if you speak to me that way. Yeah. And then because of that was the bombings. Yeah. Yeah. 29th of June. That was the bombings. They were completely oblivious to all this shit. 1st of July. Mass shooting in around 40 people were killed at a wedding ceremony. That was probably after I got transferred to Kempsey. Yeah. Because I think they want, yeah, so SAS wanted me to stay in John Moroney. Yeah. And my people transferred me to Kempsey instead. Yeah, that's right. And so in response, they did that. 1st of July, a mass shooting. And 13th of July, grenade explosions. Yeah, a grenade attack. Mogadishu, yeah. Top coffee bombing, yeah. And then 15th of July, mass shooting bombing. What happened there? Is that when I had a meeting with my lawyers or something? Yeah. And they said, how are you? And I said, I'm really shit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I got angry because they adjourned me. Yeah. And I said, fuck off. Yeah. Jail was shit. While I'm in jail, fuck you. Yeah. Yeah. This is fucking gay. Yeah. Because one of those cunts in there was SAS. Yeah, that's right. Which one? The third dude was SAS, yeah. That wasn't one of us. No, that was SAS. Yeah. Yeah. So that was a response to that. Yeah. So aren't you happy? Isn't jail cool? Like, no, jail's fucking shit and we're fucking losers. You're a loser. I'm a loser. We're all losers. Anyone in jail is a loser. Yeah. Don't be in jail is fucking shit. I can't believe I got talked into this. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh, what? But with the SAS, it's cool. Like, no, you're a loser. If you're in jail for free, you're a loser. If you're in jail because you deserve to be there, you're a loser. Yeah. Yeah, rocket attack. Okay. So that's probably related to when I got charged. Yeah, another offence. Yeah. Was that us that did that? Yeah. So friendly AFP. Yeah. Mossad inside the AFP organised that. And then in response, yeah, I got it. Why? Why did they get angry that I got charged with something else? Because it was a larceny charge. Yeah, because they were trying to get me charged with larceny for breaching the green light. And then our response to that was like to charge me with one count of larceny. Yeah. And nothing else. Yeah, and that fucking drove them batshit nuts. Yeah. Yeah, and so the rocket attack, that was because of that. Yeah. 2nd of August. Another suicide bombing. Lido beach attack. Al-Shabab. Al-Shabab is SAS. Yeah. Yeah. So all of this shit is related to stuff. Fucking hell. Mass shooting. 600 dead in Burkina Faso. Fuck me.
A new revelation in the Burkina massacre, which happened on 24th August, has shocked many. Up to 600 people were shot dead in a matter of hours by Al-Qaeda-linked terrorists, according to a French government security assessment, which more than doubles the UN death toll cited in earlier reports. The United Nations initially estimated the death toll was at least 200. However, Jama at Nusrat al-Islam Wal Muslimin said it had killed nearly 300 people, but claimed it had targeted militia members affiliated with the army rather than civilians. If the French government estimate is confirmed, this would mark an unusually brutal moment in an increasingly lawless area of West Africa, in Sahel. According to several videos of the August 24th attack, JNIM terrorists opened fire methodically. They swept into the outskirts of Barcelona on motorcycles and shot down villagers. Many of the dead were women and children. The footage is punctuated by the sound of automatic gunfire and screams of victims, as they are shot while trying to play dead. Meanwhile, Russian mercenaries who arrived in Burkina Faso almost a year ago have failed to bring calm to the country. They are partially being pulled out to help Moscow in its war against Ukraine. This, as a result, has left a vacuum in which jihadists have thrived. The French security assessment adds that the violence in Burkina Faso has begun to spill over into its peaceful southern neighbors. Many have been forced to flee their homes by extremist attacks and abuse by the army in Burkina. Tens of thousands of them have found refuge in northern Ivory Coast, hosted in camps or by locals. Bureau Report, NewsX.
Out of control.
A new revelation.
Out of control. So that would have been when I was up at Clarence, I think. Yeah, I'd been shipped up to Clarence, And I had no idea because obviously I'm in jail. I don't have the internet. I've just got free-to-air TV on a tablet. That's it. Yeah. But there are SAS cunts in Clarence. Yeah. Oh, and that's what because I was giving the finger to the fucking camera. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because the SAS were like there going, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and fucking, I was on the phone to my lawyer and he's like, oh, do you still feel like drinking? He's like, yeah, dude, I want fucking 1 million beers right now. Hurry up. Yeah. And he's like, oh. Yeah. And then every time I'd have a phone call like that, they'd respond with some dog shit like that. Yeah.
And here I find no peace.
Were they trying to get me bashed constantly, Kitty Callahan? I just wasn't getting bashed. Yeah. So they kept trying to get me bashed, and it just wasn't happening. Yeah. Yeah. So that was that's like fuck. And then I had a frustration like, well, do something. Shoot up a bunch of fucking civilians. Like, that's Scott Detrick from the Monkeys specifically. Yeah. Fuck you, Detrick. You can hear me right now, can't you? Yeah, you can. Where's Elvis? So, Scott, how many times have you said Nick Tapscott is a liar? Oh, you can't even count. Yeah, 2 minute account. Are you sorry, Scott? Not really. Not sorry enough, I don't think. Artist Harding agrees with me, mate. You're not fucking sorry enough. So we're gonna have to work something out. Let's start with this. Look, you've got 2 of them. Well, you had 2 of them. Yeah. You had 2 of those too. No, cool. Thanks, Scott. It'll grow back, right? They grow back, don't they? Don't they grow back eventually, Tara? No, they don't, Mr. Tapscott. They don't. They never grow back. Now he's sorry. Well, fuck you, Scott Patrick. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and every time I wouldn't get bashed. Or every time, and around that same stage, because I was actually out there in the yard. I was like, all right, cool. Well, I'll play along. I'm in jail. I may as well make the most of it. So I was out in the yard. I was like doing chin-ups and shit. And then my people said, like, stop doing that. Yeah, don't do chin-ups. Don't do laps. Don't cut laps. Don't do chin-ups. Don't do push-ups. Don't do any of that shit. Just stay in your fucking cell, which is the worst thing you can do in jail. Stay in your cell and watch movies on the tablet. Yeah, just do that. And specifically, and they fucking hated this, June. They fucking hated June because they draw a connection. Because they figured that, okay, that must be Mossad telling Mr. Tapscott that, they figured out that, okay, what they thought was like, this is Mossad telling Mr. Tapscott he's Paula Treaties. And so I would literally watch and rewatch June and June 2, like 3 or 4 times a day. Yeah. And that's all I did. I would stay in the cell. I'd just lie there. Like, I'd just be in the bed, just listening, just watching June over and over again. Yeah, and the movies. And that's it. That's all I'd do in jail. And I'd stay in the cell the whole time. Yeah. And that drove them fucking out of their minds. Yeah. And then one time I went up, and they're like, yeah. So, we want to see if the psyche powers are still working. So, wave to the camera or something. Like, blow us a kiss or some dog shit. And I was like, how about that? How about that, you fucking cunts? Fucking spastics. Keep me in jail. I fucking hate it. Yeah. How are you liking? How are you going, Nick? Well, I'm in jail, so shit. Like, well, fuck you. Yeah. And then we specifically, like, that lawyer, he said, that was like, how are you going? I've adjourned you. Yeah, he said, how you going? How you going up there? I'm like, well, I'm in jail, so shit. He's like, oh, well. And then the next time, like, okay, so I've adjourned you for 6 weeks. And then I've adjourned you for 6 weeks. Hang on, I'll just got to do one more thing, and then I'll call you straight back. And then when he called me back, he was nearly crying. He was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, because what happened in the background is that Kitty Callahan, he adjourned me for 6 weeks, and Kitty Callahan sent a demon in. Like, not like Not like not like with a tail and horns and all that shit, but like a very scary person. To come up to him and say like, that was the wrong thing. Yeah. What did you say specifically? It's like, that was the wrong thing to do. Yeah. And you that was the wrong thing to do, and you're going to regret it. But she also used her space powers, her Kitty Callahan space powers, to make sure that like the terror, like it's like the most terrifying, yeah, it was the most terrifying experience of his life. Yeah. Like, oh my God. Yeah. Because he popped out. He was just in the office. Yeah. He's like, okay, I'm going to adjourn you for 6 weeks. I'd like to adjourn my client for 6 weeks. Thank you, Your Honor. He's like, okay, 6 weeks. Are you sure? He's like, yes, please. 6 weeks. 6 weeks. And then, like, walked out of the courtroom, and the guy was just standing there. Yeah, and because Kitty, we've all got space powers. And Kitty Callahan can do this. Like, she can get in your brain. Because it's just like the same way we can give you dreams. So we just do that, but when you're wide awake. Yeah, it's like we can do shit. We can, and so yeah, Kitty Callahan got in there and went, "You fucked up really badly. You're probably gonna die." And the scary dude was there like, "That was the wrong thing to do, and you're gonna regret it." And then walked off. And he was like, "Oh, yeah. Well, suck shit. And he's still hearing me. Suck shit. Yeah. Citizens' names. Yeah. Yeah. But the monkeys, every time something like that was happening, they'd pick up the phone and make a phone call to overseas. And something like this had happened, some dog shit like this, yeah. Yeah. 26th of August, mass shooting. Pakistan. That's SAS. Yeah. September 1, mass shooting. 2nd of September, suicide bombing. 3rd of September, another massacre in Nigeria. 5th of September, shooting in Munich. 8th of September. Yeah, a shooting in, 5th of September. So Black September, Islamic terrorists. So that's around the anniversary of the Black September Munich Olympic Games massacre. Yeah, it was another shooting. Take that, Jews. Yeah. Another shooting at Allenby Bridge. 12th of September, another shooting. Yeah, in Afghanistan. Another shooting in Mali. Another mass shooting, stabbing attack. Yeah. Hamas. Yeah, straight up. Just Hamas. Just straight up there. Yeah. Mass. Yeah, Beersheba, Israel. Bus station shooting. I remember that. 6th of October. 18th of October. 23rd of October. Yeah. 27th of October. 9th of November. 13th of November. 21st of November. Yeah. And then it stopped for some reason. Did it stop because I stayed in jail for Christmas? Yeah. Because they found out I was going to stay in jail over Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're fucking around with my charges. Yeah. Is the SAS were fucking around with my charges as well? Yeah, they were. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking dogs. Yeah. Yeah, so okay, cool. He's going to stay in jail for Christmas, and that's going to suck for him. So we're happy with that. Yeah. Yeah, because then if I'm in jail for Christmas, I can't go back to South Australia. Yeah. I can't drive back to see my parents. Yeah. Or parent, the surviving one. Yeah. Yeah. And then New Year's Day, what was that about? Yeah. Is that because I gave the thing? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was in that other unit. Yeah, that prick downstairs was SAS, wasn't he? Yeah. Yeah, I was in that other unit. Yeah, and I kept applying for bail. I kept calling all those, like, I want to get out of fucking jail. Spastic. And they were cutting me off from resources. They're like, no, you can't see a case manager. No, you can't organise housing. You can't organise housing. Like, you can't apply for bail because you don't have housing. To organise housing on the outside, you need to speak to a case manager, and they just wouldn't let me speak to a fucking case manager. And then at Christmas, all of them, because at this point the SAS were now convinced that I was going to be the jail boss. I was boss of jail. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, they convinced themselves that I was jail chief. I was SAS jail specialist now. That's what they thought. Yeah, because there was talk of like I'd be in there for up to 2.5 years. Yeah, we told them that. So he's going to be in there for like 2.5 years. He won't be able to do any outside SAS stuff. No, okay, so he's inside SAS. That's what he is. Yeah, he's jail specialist, inside a jail specialist. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and Christmas Day, everyone was looking to me to like do something, and I was just like, I gave the finger to the camera. Yeah, that was it. I'm like, fuck off, Christmas. I don't give a shit because I was super pissed off. I was super fucking angry. Yeah. Yeah, Kitty Callahan saying that. Yeah, because Kitty Callahan said, you'll be out of jail for Christmas, I promise. And we pinky swore. And then it didn't come true. And I'm Kitty, I love you. But yeah, I wish you didn't pinky swear. Yeah. She's like, oh, sorry, man. Oh, fuck. Yeah, and she got really angry. Yeah, and that's when she decided Joe had to go. Yeah. Fuck you, Joe Biden. Cancel the prick. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, that was their response. Yeah. Vehicle ramming and attack shootout in the United States. A Ford F-150 Lightning. Yeah. Yeah. That was the SAS's responses to me. Just got like, no, I'm not doing any jail shit. And I stayed in the cell. Like, I wasn't coming out of the cell. I wasn't doing any exercises. I wasn't doing push-ups or chin-ups or any of that shit. I was just staying in the cell. That was it. Yeah, they were really pissed off. Yeah. And then not long after that, I got out of January. And there's another one, yeah. Car bombing of Paradise, yeah. Another mass shooting on January 6th. That was related to Yeah, 6, 6, 8. Yeah, 8. Yeah, there's two on the 6th of January. There's 2 on the 8th of January. Yeah, and this is when I was going through all my pre-sentence stuff. Yeah, so my dog shit lawyers were trying to stall as much as possible. My lawyer's going like, oh, we're going to get you in front of a psychologist to do like a pre-sentencing assessment. Yeah, and then in that assessment, I like, fuck. Yeah, they were pissed off because in that assessment, I was telling one lawyer got replaced. Did they replace him? Yeah. The SAS replaced one of my lawyers because he was undrungeter. Yeah. So they replaced him with one of their dog shit SAS cunts. Yeah. And she was like, well, what are you going to do when you get out of jail? I might get a job and definitely not do pictures of a bird. Yeah. Yeah. And then all of that terror shit happened. And then I'm like, well, you got to let me out of jail there, right? Yeah. And then they realized like, wait, I thought you said he was staying in jail because he's a SAS in jail specialist. But he keeps telling us how much he wants to get out of jail. It's like, yeah. Yeah, like, no, I'm getting out of jail. I want to get out of jail and do my thing. Yeah. And do Nick Tapscott stuff. And so that's what all those terror attacks were for. Attacks January 1st, January 6th, January 8th. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, January 8th, 11th of January. That's when I got out of jail. Yeah, meanwhile, everyone else is shitting their pants now because I've read the Bible and realized that it's actually about me and I'm the Son of Man. And everyone else who was kind of on the fence and didn't realize that before now realizes it and is fucking terrified. Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, I'm just trying. That's okay. Oh, good. My laundry is done. Yeah. Yeah. So, Yeah, 11th of January. That's roughly. Yeah, that's when I got out of jail. Abduction, kidnapping. Yeah, they were following. I had nowhere to go, and they sent a dog shit email because they knew I'd turn up to the airport because I had no other accommodation. The weather was dog shit and it was freezing, and so they left a red hoodie there to basically say like, don't wear jumpers. You need to be cold all the time. Fuck you, Tapscott. And I didn't. I put a jumper on and immediately started setting myself up again. Yeah, and got housing. That's right. Yeah, and I was calling Link to Home. I called Link to Home, and they were trying to discourage me from doing that. Yeah, and I did it anyway. I was like, fuck you, I need accommodation. Yeah. And so when I was in accommodation then, another mass shooting and stabbing in Tehran. 4th of February, I was in accommodation. More shootings. Mass shooting. Yeah. 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 SAS now were like, don't drink. Do not drink. And I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm drinking. Yeah. Because they're like, no, you're supposed to be training. You're supposed to be getting fit and ripped. So you could be like a fucking SAS, an SAS soldier. And my people are like, nah, absolutely do not do that, Mr. Tapscott. And I didn't want to do it anyway. Yeah. So I was doing other shit instead. Like, yeah, that's right. I went to the library and started building a website. I started building my Taps content website. And then, yeah, that was 9th of February when I did that. Clash, explosions, mass shooting. India. 12th of February. 70 plus dead in the Congo. That was when I think I started getting 6-packs. Got a 6-pack in Newtown and drank it and maybe like lifted a bottle of fucking scotch. Yeah. Yeah, 15th of February, same deal. Yeah. So all this period I'm in accommodation and not doing what they're telling me. Yeah. 21st of February. Like, yeah, look at this. 15th of February, 20th of February, 21st of February, 22nd of February, 27th of February, 27th of February again, 28th of February. Yeah. Oh, no, I reckon I was back inside, wasn't I? Yeah. Yeah, so that gap there. Yeah, 18th of January, it stops. It stops on the 18th of January for 6 days. Because that's when I went to Canberra and I did pictures of the bird stuff, like a little bit of pictures of the bird stuff. I was doing half-assed pictures of the bird stuff. And I thought, cool, he's getting back on track. Yeah, they were happy that I went to Canberra. Oh, cool, he's going to go down to Canberra, SAS headquarters, in their mind. Yeah, in their mind, it was like SAS headquarters. Cool, he's going to go down there and do pictures of the bird. I sort of did it. I did a half-assed version of it. Yeah, they sent through my review email, which like was a literal email that looked like fucking that looked like Nina Trefcorn. But when I was in Canberra, that was when Kitty Callahan activated. She's like, right, Mr. Tapscott, show them what you can do. Show them what you can actually do. And that's when I started doing like shit in the airport. So that was AFP. It was all AFP, and it was all Mr. Tapscott friendly AFP, not dog shit AFP. But SAS was still doing stuff. They were still sending dog shit emails and setting up mise en scène and stuff like that. And it's like, you work for the SAS. You're doing SAS stuff. You're here to do SAS stuff. And I'm there going, no. And that's when I started getting threatening towards them. On top of like, because I've already pulled the knife on the lady in the fucking train station. I've done that. I've been to court for that. I've been done prison time for it. I've got my sentence. I've been sentenced for it. And then, yeah, like, I'd single out the SAS cunt in a crowd. I didn't realize I was targeting SAS. I just thought I was targeting fucking spastics. Because I didn't know at this stage. I didn't realize that, like, okay, that's ASIO, that's ASD, that's fucking dog shit AFP, that's SAS, and fuck them. I didn't realize that. I just knew they were dog shit. But I also knew I was extremely angry that people were still trying to get me to do shit where no one had fucking paid me. Where's the fucking money? Where's the fucking money, you spastics? I've paid for my own flight, and I'm there sleeping on a bench. Like, where's the accommodation? Oh, it's on the floor. Yeah, fuck you. So I was more than happy to get angry at someone. Yeah, like I don't know who's responsible for this kitty cat land, but when I find them, they're gonna be seriously, sorry, yeah, for lack of a better word, they're gonna desperately regret their decisions. Desperately. So okay, well, cool. Like point there. Yeah, so the SAS, by the way, are watching me sleep on a bench. They're watching me sleep, like being told to sleep on the floor. They're watching me. They're not responsible for it. They aren't the one that's guided me in. That was Joe Biden and Raytheon that's guided me to, like, right, you're sleeping in a paddock tonight. But the SAS were watching me do it, and they didn't intervene. And now I tagged 18 targets that day, like 18 chumps on the street. It was like just walking straight up to them. You're like, fuck you, basically. Yeah. 3 of the chumps who I targeted were SAS. And so SAS were like, oh, fuck. We thought he was there to do pictures of a bird. Instead, he's fucking coming at us. Fuck. Yeah. And so that's when these attacks, yeah. Yeah. So there's a pause. 18th of January, it pauses. Or it stops for a week here, 11th of January. And then it starts again. So this is probably, yeah, so this is when I went to, so it stops for a week. They think I'm back on track. Back on their dog shit pictures of the bird track. But then I do something that says, fuck you, basically. Yeah. I drank scotch. Yeah. I told someone to fuck off or something like that. Yeah. And then it stops for 6 days when I go to Canberra. But then in Canberra, then when I'm in Canberra, I do that. I target 18 people, and then I have to get myself thrown back inside. And to get myself thrown back inside, oh yes, fucking yes. To get myself thrown back inside, I have to smash shit up. And again, I can openly talk about this because I've been tried, sentenced, and convicted. I pled guilty and was convicted, and was sentenced, and I have served the sentence. Yeah, so I was in Queanbeyan and I had to smash shit up. They're like, all right, you got to get yourself thrown back in jail. They didn't say, yeah, that's what they said. They said you have to do some very loud crimes, so enough crimes that the police are going to swoop in and pull you off the street because you're obviously out of your mind. Yeah. And so the 3 things that I did a couple of things, but one of the things, and a couple of the things that I did in Canberra as well is, like, I just had my notebook and I just tore like a singular white page, and I'd walk into like an underground car park. I draw a singular white page off of out of my notebook. It was blank, completely blank. And then in an underground car park with 400 cars in it, I'd find the car that belonged to the SAS goon, and I'd stick it under his windshield. It's just a blank piece of paper. Yeah, and it's extremely ominous. Just seeing that is very, very ominous. Yeah, because it's like, it's the same as the worm. It's like, I've got nothing to say, which is like, we're through talking. We're through talking. Yeah. Yeah. So I did that a couple of times. Yeah, and then they're like, well, you got to smash it up. And so, where did I smash up? Yeah, because I popped the tires. That's right. I popped the tires of the Ford Ranger, and that was ASUS. That was an ASUS car. Got a pair of scissors. Punch it all 4 tires, which apparently nearly rode off the car because it fucked up all the wheels because it's so heavy, and they all popped at the same time. And apparently, like, bent all the fucking axles and shit. Sucked in. So that was ASUS. That was an ASUS goon. But then the other cars, like, I smashed a windshield with a bucket. And that was I smashed a windshield with a bucket. That was an SAS car. And then I picked up a massive bollard and I went and smashed it into the windshield of a Subaru Impreza. And it just sat there. It was like stuck in the windshield. And that was an SAS car too. And then I threw a brick through a window of a fucking Thai massage parlor, a brothel. And that was an SAS front for a child sex trafficking ring. Yeah, so it was like I targeted. It's like SAS, fuck you. And so then they shipped me to, So I got arrested. So I fucked up a bunch of SAS stuff. And he kind of went, all right, okay. On the one hand, he fucked up a bunch of our shit. Like he smashed a bunch of our stuff. On the other hand, he's back in jail and they've shipped into June E. And June E is the SAS. In jail, SAS headquarters. Manus is the SAS headquarters, but June E is on its way there. So that's SAS, yeah. SAS control node, like command node or whatever the fuck. Yeah, but it's prison, jail, SAS dudes. Yeah, SAS jail dudes. And so they're okay, cool. At the very least. Okay, so maybe he's on track. Yeah, maybe he's back on the SAS bandwagon. And the cellies I had were SAS. So the first celly I had when I was in there was an SAS dude, an SAS subby. And they were trying to say, like, you're going to be like this guy, Mr. Tapscott, you're this guy. And he was going like, oh, yeah, we call it B&E, bacon and eggs. Yeah, so it's probably breaking into. Anyway, you'll realize this. You'll figure this all out for yourself down the line when you're doing this stuff. I'm not being in jail. Like, yeah. Anyway, so this is them responding to that. There's a mass shooting. Yeah, 4th of February. There's a mass shooting. And so this is me in jail with Jesse Paramore, and they're listening in, and I'm telling Jesse Paramore to fuck off. Yeah, and not doing jail stuff. I'm not walking around. I'm not doing laps. I'm not training. I'm not doing anything. And I'm saying out loud, I fucking hate jail. And I'm calling. Yeah, and two legal aid cunts came to see me in jail, and they said, "Oh, we're pissed off." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck you." Yeah. And so they're getting more and more pissed off. That's SAS. Yeah. Yeah, so that's all this shit. 4th of February, 7th of February, 9th of February, 12th of February, 15th of February, 20th of February. Yeah. So this is them responding to just me sitting around in June and not doing anything. I'm just sitting there. And they're like, oh, you know, you have to, that's not SAS. And also responding to me not taking the whole game seriously. Is this the right way to the boneyard? Yeah. Yeah. And I made a call. I picked up the fucking phone and I went like, all right, I want to speak to legal aid. Oh, no, don't. Yeah. Are you sure you want to do that? I'm like, yes, I'm positive. I'm positive I want to speak to legal aid. Absolutely positive. And so like, I'm calling fucking legal aid. And like, it's like, look, my highest priority, my only priority is to get out of jail and stay out of jail. I fucking hate jail. Get me out of jail. And yeah, every time I do something like that, it's like, I hate jail. Get me out of jail. Like, I'm not going to be an SAS jail dude. Get me the fuck out of here. They're responding with something like this. Like a bombing in fucking Tel Aviv, you know? They're doing some dog shit like that. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea this is happening. Because I've only got access to free to air and a celly who, like, hates me watching. He hates it when I watch TV. So, like, I don't know. I have no idea what's happening on the outside, in the outside world. Yeah. 21st of February, stabbing. 22nd of February, mass stabbing. In France, yeah. Yeah, so France, yeah, it's in France because it's a mass stabbing in France because France equals jail in their dog shit fan. Yeah. Another bombing. So 27th, 28th. So yeah. So 27th, 27th, 28th. Yeah, that is when I got transferred to Wellington. Because they're like, why aren't you're supposed to be staying in June E. June E is where you're staying. It's like, I just go where they tell me to go, dude. They said I can't stay here. So that was actually a message to the Mossad in the back end saying, no, he's not staying at June E. He's going to another jail. He's getting the fuck out. And also a response to them constantly sending through instructions for me to be bashed and me to have my teeth knocked out. And it just not happening. It just doesn't happen. It never happens. And they don't know why. But in response to that, they start doing all these bombings and shit. So that was so we got 22nd there's a mass stabbing. 5 days later, explosions and gunfire in Congo. 27th, there's attempted mass stabbing in Israel. There's a bombing in Pakistan. Yeah, and then, so that's in response to me leaving June E. And then I get to Wellington. And they're like, okay, well, maybe he'll get back on the program. And I'm actually in there with some SAS dudes. But they're actually deep cover Mossad. They don't realize that they're actually working for me. They didn't realize it. And so, yeah, that's that 11-day gap. They're like, okay, cool. He's going to be back in the SAS. But then I just go back to my same shtick, which is like, I'm just going to watch movies on the tablet. And then they throttle the supply of movies onto the tablet. And they make it super hard for me to get a tablet. And then, but when I finally get my shit together, one thing leads to another. I get a charger for the tablet. They give me a charger that doesn't work. Yeah, but anyway, I get a charger. I get a charger for the tablet. I get a tablet that works. I get the movie pack. I've got general money, so I go back to watching movies. And then, in response to that, 11th of March, there's another mass shooting, and another one. Yeah, two mass shootings and a car bombing on the 11th of March. There's another one a week later. And then another one 3 days later. So this is me going to court as well. And yeah, because I go to court and they go, we're going to adjourn you for 5 weeks. And then in the background, my people respond to that. And so all of these attacks are a response to our response, because the judge wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to be getting the fuck out. But they adjourned me for 9 weeks to make sure I spent extra time in jail. And every time that happened, in the background, Kitty Callahan and our forces of God are fucking responding, like, quite clearly and quite forcefully. It's like, nah, people, yeah. And people, yeah, we were doing, but we were far more precise than these losers. We weren't shooting up schools and things like that. We were taking out fucking targets. Yeah, it was like, we'll just shuffle the targets up. We're going to take them out anyway. So we'll just do it early. We start popping people. In the background, we start popping the SAS. Yeah, they start getting fucking capped. And they don't know who's doing it. They don't realize it's Mr. Tapscott. But they know that every time something bad happens to Mr. Tapscott in jail, something bad happens on the outside. Someone gets capped. Yeah. And then also, all of that hectic shit starts happening. Magda Sabansky gets diagnosed with cancer. Joe Biden gets diagnosed with cancer. Yeah. Yeah. And then, as a result, they escalate too. So we've got attacks. 11th of March, 18th of March, 21st of March, 23rd of March, 24th of March, 27th of March, 28th of March. That one was in Amsterdam. Stabbing attack. Yeah, you're being lazy, Mr. Tapscott. That was the intention there. Like, you're smoking weed. You're in Amsterdam. You're being lazy by not training. 28th of March. 1st of April, there's a mass stabbing in Iraq. 13th of April. What happened there? So it was like a 14-day reprieve there. Maybe that was when I went to court. Yeah, it was. And they thought I was playing ball. Yeah, something like that. They thought I was playing ball. Is that when I went to court? No. What did I do? I yell at someone or something like, yeah. Oh, they thought I was going to punch on with someone in jail. Yeah. And they're like, oh, yeah, cool. He's going to be a badass SAS dude after all. Like, yeah. Yeah. And that's why I wasn't doing any training in jail, and I wasn't punching on. I wasn't doing any of that shit. Because the SAS on the outside were pressure. They're like, nah, punch on. Learn how to fist fight. Yeah. All of that stuff. And they were sending in SAS goons to hassle me and stuff. And they thought that, yeah. Yeah, I nearly punched someone out. Yeah, I got really fucking angry. And then they went, oh, okay, cool. He's gonna be a jail dude that punches people. Yeah, that's what they thought. And then it turns out like, no. Yeah. Meanwhile, like, everyone's in there. Again, it's just like everything else. Everyone's in there. Every faction. You've got Andromeda in there. You've got ASIS in there. You've got Kamala Harris, the Silicon Valley Nazis are in there. You've got Trump in there. He's got a surrogate in there. You've got 5 families in there. You've got the SAS in there. They're in there constantly. They're in my fucking cell every day. Yeah. Yeah. And then you've got Mr. Tapscott and his faction. Yeah. But it's a constant shit fight. Constant. Yeah, all of them are like constantly like, why don't you do something? In the cell every 20 minutes, there's a faction. Yeah, MI6 is in there. MI6, the fucking DCAM is in there. He's got a surrogate. Auntie Meredith is in there. Australian Stimulus Director are in there. James McGrath and ASE. Michelle's watching me fucking jerk off in the shower. Fuck. But yeah, SAS in the background, they're watching me. And if I don't do SAS shit in jail, they fucking start shooting things up on the outside. They start committing terrorist attacks because they're fucking cocksucking bastards. Yeah, don't forget the title of this video, by the way. ANZ, like, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can't even remember. It was like all those companies, ANZ, NRMA, Jetstar, fucking AMF Bowling, Strike Bowling. They're all SAS. They're all complicit in all of these terror attacks. They're all fucking part of it. All of those Australian companies. All of them. AAMI. Yeah. All of those companies that I've listed in the title of this video, they are all part of this. They are all part of this terror plot. Another arson shooting in France. April 13, they were busy that day. Yeah. April 15th. Yeah, so this is probably when I went to... Yeah, I was in court. Yeah, I went to court and I was trying to get out of jail. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because they wanted me to plead... Yeah, that's right. They wanted me to plead not guilty. So it stretched out and out. Yeah, and that was in Clarence as well. So one of the things they said to me in Clarence was like, you need to plead one of your charges. You're pleading guilty to all these things just to get it done, just to get your sentence and get the fuck out of jail. But there's one of your charges that your lawyers, our lawyers who are fucking shills for SAS, there's one of your charges that you have to plead not guilty to. And the problem with that is you're not going to get a court date until this time next year. So you'll be waiting in jail until you get a court date, and then you'll have to go through a trial. So you'll be in jail for like 2 years, 2.5 years. That was the SAS. And that's what I went like, fuck that, fuck you. And I fucking nearly punched a wall and I was going fucking nuts. And in the background, my people went, no, that is absolutely not happening. That is absolutely not happening. And then as a response to that, to our people saying like, fuck you, that is not happening. He's getting the fuck out of jail. Then they committed a bunch of terror attacks. That was at the end of that year. Yeah. Yeah, and so they were trying to do the same thing to me again in Wellington. They're like, what are you going to do? Are you going to plead not guilty? It's like, no, I'm pleading guilty and getting the fuck out. Yeah, I just can't get the fuck out. Yeah, and I kept saying, yeah, and I was trying to get, it's like, yeah, I want to get into, they're terrified of me getting fucking, like, books. Yeah, because they've got courses and programs. Yeah, I want to get into programs, like, put me into programs. I want to get into counselling and programs so I can get treatment from alcohol, so I can stop being a crim, so I can get off the street. Yeah, and go back to being a copywriter. Yeah, Nick Tapscott, professional creative writer. Yeah, and every time I said that, they'd commit one of the... Yeah, and that's why around the 13th of April, arson. 15th of April, bombing. 17th of April, car bombing. 22nd of April, mass shooting, massacre in India. 25th to the 28th of April, Pakistan. Yeah, May 5th, mass shooting. May 14th, shooting. Yeah, because this is all... And by this stage, I'm at work. I'm in the laundry. And that's why there's a gap. Yeah, because I'm saying I'm not fucking working. I'm not fucking working in jail. Now, the SAS aren't saying they want me to work, but they are saying they want me to get the fuck out of the cell just so they can see me on camera walking around doing stuff. Yeah, that's what they want. And I'm going like, no, I don't fucking want to. I fucking said I don't want to work. And so that's why 22nd of April, 17th of April, that's all this escalating. This is them escalating. Now, there's a gap of about 7 days. So that's me. In that 7 days, they forced me to work in the laundry. But then I fucking, my pre-sentence, I talk, they've got microphones, they're mic'd up. In the pre-sentence meeting, they're mic'd up. They've got the place mic'd up. And they hear me say, my plan is to get the fuck out of jail and stay out of jail. I'm going straight as soon as I get out of jail. I'm never coming back to jail. Never doing any crime stuff ever again. Yeah. You're like, wait, but you're supposed to be a jail dude. SAS jail dude. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking doing that. I'm going back to being a professional writer. That's what I'm doing. Fuck you. Yeah. And they're like, oh no. And then that's when May 5th, mass shooting. May 14th, another shooting. May 17th, a car bombing. May 18th, suicide bombing. May 18th, mass stabbing. May 19th, a drone strike. May 21st, suicide bombing. May 22nd, a clash in India. May 22nd to 28th, more bombings. May 30 and June 1. So this is around the time I get out of jail. Yeah, so May 31st and June 1, this is a response. Train explosions, train derailments, and bridge collapses. That is a direct response to me getting out of prison. This is in Russia. 122 injured, 8 dead. That was when I got out of Wellington. And that's when I went into Wellington. I stayed in Wellington. I specifically stayed in Wellington to fuck with the SAS. Yeah, I'll just stay here. And it's like, oh, he's obviously gone back to Sydney, so they're moving shit around. But I just stayed in the one spot. And they're like, oh, fuck. So they're in there like making calls. Like, who can we get in there? Who can we fucking, what can we do? What can we do to fuck with them? Who can we get in Wellington? They're calling the local cops. The local cops just won't play ball with them. They're trying to send in bikies. They're trying to send in goons. Yeah. Yeah, and everyone's in there. And I start going hard on SAS specifically, and so they kind of breathe a sigh of relief. But I am out of jail, and I am not doing pictures of the bird. And they're fucking going bananas. And then shit like I bought the tablet. Yeah, I went to Sydney, and instead of buying the $2,000 laptop that was designed to set me broke, I bought the tablet instead with the keyboard attached, and then fuck. And so yeah, there's still all of these terror attacks are a direct response to that. That's SAS. Yeah, June 1st, firebombing. June 4th, shooting abduction. June 19th, so this is me coming back to Sydney. Mass shooting, shootout, and assault in Niger. June 22nd. This is me coming back to Victor. Yeah. June 22nd, suicide bombing and shooting. June 28th, suicide car bombing, vehicle ramming, mass murder. July 1st, mass murder. July 2nd, IED bombing. July 9th. July 9th, July 10th, July 27th, mass stabbing. July 27th, mass shooting, kidnapping, Congo. July 28th, another shooting. August 19th, mass shooting, kidnapping. That's when I started shooting no pictures of a bird. Around, yeah. July 28th. July 28th, yeah. So what happened in July 28th? That's when I went back to Victor. Yeah. July 28th is when I went back to Victor, and I started saying, yeah, I'm a full serving member of the SAS. Yeah, that's it. But I also, well, having said that, I was saying I'm a full serving member of the SAS, but I was also shooting no pictures of the bird and doing on the phone with the ATO. And so, yeah, so you can see that it stopped at July 28th when I started shooting no pictures of the bird. August 19th. Yeah. Yeah, August 19th. Mass shooting, kidnapping, 50 dead in Nigeria. Mr. Tapscott shoots. No pictures of the bird, a podcast by Mr. Tapscott on the phone to the ATO. August 19th. So I shoot on the phone to the ATO where I fucking give the operator a little bit of shit about saying all good too many times. And they kill 50 people in a mass shooting. That's the SAS. That's the Australian SAS. Diggers and Anzacs, right? Proud Anzac heritage. Fuck. Yeah, and then it keeps going. Yeah, because I keep shooting no pictures of a bird. Stabbing, one dead. Yeah. August 22nd, 3 days later. August 24th, 1 day later. Yeah. But it's dropped down. Because now I'm going hard at the SAS's enemies, and I'm still saying every episode I'm saying a full serving member of the SAS. Yeah. So they start turning you down. But I'm still not doing what I'm told, so they're still committing attacks. Stabbing. August 26th. Stabbing. In Australia, Paul Punker. Yeah. Now that wasn't them. The rest of them were. But 26th, that wasn't them. That's the Desi Freeman attack. That was ASIS throwing their hat in the ring. And then 1 day later, mass shooting. That was them. That was the SAS. September 8th, I'm on my way back to Sydney pretty much. Another Jerusalem, another Hamas attacks Jerusalem again. Yeah, September 8th, I'm back in Sydney.
All my life, I never tried to stay. You were right, love takes time. Hey, hey.
Two eyes.
I do not have the answer, but I don't have much to be
So 30th of August was the one I did about presidency.
love takes time. All my life I've had to fight to stay. You were right.
Wait, how's that? Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, and then there's an attack 8 days later. Yeah. So this one, Narendra Modi. This is the first one I pretty much.
I'm Mr. Tapscott. Let's call this. They're all very special episodes, really, though, aren't they? They are. But, you know, this is a very, very special episode. Yeah, so we're going to have to. Roz is in the booth. He is, yep. And, of course, he's joined by the. There's no one lovelier than Roz, though, Sylvia. Come on. But yeah, all right. Okay. Even lovelier, Sylvia Jeffries. My producers are both in the booth. Thank you very much, Sylvia. Special shout out to Sylvia, because I know that not only is she has she stepped up as my producer, she's also, and one of the Turbo Babes, she's also stepped up as a bit of a manager on the side. Like, make sure Mr. like my talent manager. Like, make sure Mr. Tasco gets a shout out today. Make sure he eats. Yeah, she's out there fucking kicking ass and taking names behind the scenes. Good, because if they're not afraid of me, they fucking should be. Sylvia Jeffries. Yeah. Is Rebecca Pistol, aka Pistol, my best friend. doesn't matter. You can still be a mighty hero. You can still be like, you can still have powers and fucking be, you know, have mythology written about you and still be, you know, live forever and all that stuff, all that good stuff. It's just like a technicality, basically. That's all it is. That's all it means. Anyway, yeah, Tina doesn't care, but that's the type of person she is. She's like, I don't know, gives a shit. Like, whether you remember my name or you don't remember my name. As long as the Nazis are dying, that's what's important. So it doesn't, yeah. It doesn't mean like any Nazis are off the books, just I didn't mention any of the podcast, basically. In fact, it's more likely to go the other way. She's like, how things are. Yeah. Anyway, you may notice there is like a little bit of clustering. So no one's the same. Like, they're all definitely individuals. And they don't have like departments. Like, we all kind of hang out with each other. Like, any one of us, like, 6 can easily hang out with Africa. They can. They can be best mates. They can go to the pub together. That's Albus and Pistol. They will. They are. They are best mates. They already are. So, yeah. I'm now.
Now, this is the first episode. So this is on the 6th of September. The SAS don't realise that I'm coming back to Sydney. And that's the first episode I shoot after arriving back in Sydney. So that's on the 6th of September. On the 8th of September, there's a mass shooting. Yeah. Yeah, because they didn't realise I was coming back to Sydney. As far as they knew. Yeah, I kept spreading misinformation in that house. I kept telling Phoebe and Sam that I was going to Melbourne. The SAS thought that I was talking shit and I was just going to stay there. I was at Ocean Crest Motel and I actually left that booking early. And I was spreading misinformation on the videos as well, saying, oh, Ocean Crest said I could stay in this motel for free for a couple of weeks, so I'll stay here. I was saying that on the videos. I said that on the video where I introduced Kitty Callahan. And that's something that fucking ground their gears as well. They're like, oh, fuck. And President Z, when I was talking about, yeah, President Z, you're cool. And also, hey, Kitty Callahan turns out Kitty Callahan is Jesus Christ. Yeah. And so that drove them batshit nuts. They're like, fuck. Fuck. Yeah. And then I backed that up by, and I did the thing as well. This is one of my personal fucking project badass things that I can do, which is I can drive an extremely long distance and stay awake and survive. And so I did that. Yeah. So I left Adelaide. I left Port Elliot, Victor Harbour, at like 9 in the morning. And then I slept in the car overnight. Like, I parked somewhere outside of Sydney. I pulled off into like a little town somewhere like on the side of the highway. And I just parked in front of someone's house and I just slept in the car for like 6 hours. And then I drove back to Sydney. And so they just like, from their perspective, I just disappeared. Because that old car is a piece of shit. They didn't have any tracking in it. I did have my phone and stuff. But that was kind of intermittent. They're like getting intermittent signals. And I'm like, what? Where is he? Where the fuck is he? Where's Shinzo? And then I pop up. The first episode I shoot is from Elizabeth Bay. And they're like, fuck. He's gone back to Sydney. We didn't tell him to do that. Fuck. Yeah. Just like, he's not allowed to be there. He's not allowed to be there. That's too close. Yeah, that's too close to Bondi. Bondi is our turf. Yeah. And so that episode, like, about Narendra Modi, and that on its own, the fact that it was about Modi, drove them batshit nuts as well, because their plan was to start a war with India. They were going to get India and Pakistan to fight each other. That's what they wanted. They wanted Australia and China to fight each other, and they wanted India and Pakistan to fight each other. Because they're in the chaos. They can sneak in and do shit. Yeah, they can kick fucking... Yeah, because they want India because they're too brown. They don't want brown people in Australia. They want to get all the Indians out. So that in their mind, if India is at war with Pakistan, they can then do dogs, like, kick all the fucking... Like, India won't be able to do anything. if the Australian SAS just starts fucking capping all the Indians and like persecuting Indians and driving them out of the country effectively. Yeah. And all of them, Bangladeshis, Indians, fucking Sri Lankans, Pakistanis, Afghanis, all of them. Yeah. Yeah. They're especially pissed off that I was talking about Rebecca Pastilli because they thought Rebecca Pastilli was in the SAS and she's not either. And then they find out she's a turbo bear. Like, fuck. And I'm like, sucked in. Yeah, sucked in, you fucking faggots. Yeah. And especially they didn't like it because that's when I started pushing back and talking about, deploying counter-offensive tactics against harassment. Yeah, and I was talking about dog shit emails and how I was like countering them and how I was like going to fucking deal with it. And putting people on camera as well. They fucking hated that. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, because some fuckstick turned up while I was shooting the video and then I went like, hello, do you want to be on podcast or what? And that fuckstick who turned up to walk past, he was SAS. What? And I put him on camera. You're like, don't put us on camera. But yeah, I did that and that fucking like, whoa. Which is why 2 days later, we've got this. Yeah, we've got this. Mass shooting. Mass shooting in Jerusalem. Yeah. The other thing that really fucked them off. Yeah. Another one. Yeah. There's one in Turkey. Yeah. There's one in Israel. There's one in Turkey. The other thing that really pissed them off was I made that episode Filthy Neutrals, which spoke about how Swiss Nazis are fucking, like, the Swiss are Nazis and fuck them. Yeah, that drove them fucking batshit nuts as well. Because they were aligned with the Swiss. The SAS were aligned with the Swiss Nazis. Yeah. This is when they started getting desperate, but you can see they're winding down now. So there's 10 days between them. September 8th and then September 18th. 10 days later, because that was the period where I was running around going, where's Shinzo? And they started shitting their pants that I was still alive and running around, getting the camera in people's faces, and no one had killed me. But also, yeah, and I spoke to Putin. I made peace with Putin, and that fucking drove them batshit nuts as well. And I spoke about Charlie Kirk, and that drove them batshit nuts. I said stay away from fucking Ashfield. That drove them batshit nuts. Because they're in there as well. The SAS are in there killing ethnic Chinese as well. Yeah. So I like stay away from Ashfield. Like, yeah, stay away from Ashfield, Yakuza. It was like, yeah, because they're killing ethnic Chinese. And like, oh, what? Are you saying you don't want us to do that? Like, no, you fucking dogs. Fuck you. Yeah. And then Mark Carney and John Dunsworth Part 3, that's when I had the Mossad tech. And that attack on the September 18th, Allenby Bridge, that was their response to that, to me having that white thing and go like, this is Mossad tech, and it scans everyone. And that fucking, they're like, what? He's got tech, and he got it from JB. Mossad have infiltrated JB Hi-Fi. Fucking hell, fuck them. Yeah, so that was their response. Yeah, September 28th. And then again on the 28th, September 28th. Yeah, that was them. No, actually, that was us. Yeah, September 28th. September 30th, that was the response to that in Pakistan. Another bombing. Yeah, because this is us pushing back. Yeah. Because we started pushing back. That's right. And then they responded with another car bombing in Pakistan. And then October 2nd, they pushed us back again. Now, apparently that relates to something. Yeah, I shot Seven Network Australia on the 20th of September. Yeah. And I said that the AFP are setting up call centres. So that's the response to that. Yeah, the AFP want Chinese speakers. The AFP are recruiting people who speak Chinese. And that was their response. Yeah. Was it? I thought that was it. No, that wasn't it. That was it. Yeah, Somalia, another one in Mogadishu. So October 7th, October 2nd, that was us pushing back against September 30. October 4th, that was their response to that. Yeah. But it drove them fucking batshit nuts that I told, yeah. Yeah, because I said, oh, heads up, Channel 7, they bake fucking dog shit propaganda into TV shows and ads and stuff. And that's when I started deconstructing ads and shit like that. And then, oh, don't tell them about our secret language. That's when they did that. Yeah, and they were really fucking angry. Yeah. So that was October 4th. November 7th, and then it stops for a month. Because that's when I was going hard. Yeah. So the episode 20th September was 7 Network, and then 21st of September was COVID-19. Yeah, and then that made that COVID-19 episode made them shit their pants as well, because I said, guess how many people are being murdered in Australia? And they're like, what? We love murdering people. Then I started going hard at Penny Wong in that interim period, and they didn't mind that. Yeah. And then I filmed the Book of Revelation on the street, and I got arrested not long after that. I went back to jail. So that, yeah. So yeah, that September 18th shooting was a response to me doing the Book of Revelation on the street and going back to jail. That was me going back to jail. Was it? No. That was something. Yeah, okay. That was a response to the ADF video where I said, fuck you, Australian Quds Force. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and also the video I shot where I said, by the way, I'm BB Netanyahu. Yeah, so that was fuck you, Australian Defence Force. Yeah, September 18th, that was that shooting there. And then we responded a week later with our own shooting, or 10 days later. And then they responded to that with a car bombing. That was September 30. I was in jail at this stage. Yeah, I was in jail. Okay, so no, that was there, September 30, that was them. This was ours. September 28th, that was ours. And then they responded 2 days later with the car bombing. And then we responded 2 days after that with one of our own in the UK. And then they responded on October 4th. And then it stops for a month while I'm in prison. And then it starts up again immediately because I get out of jail. And the first thing I do is start reshooting no pictures of a bird. Yeah. Specifically by speaking to Volodymyr Zelensky. Yeah, and going hard on Annika Wells. Yeah. And Queen Camilla, talking about Queen Camilla. Yeah, so I come out of jail and I start talking immediately. Yeah, and I say I'm no longer a full serving member of the SAS. And so they respond straight away with a grenade attack in Indonesia. That's November 7th. November 10 is a direct response to my episode. Yeah, a car bombing in New Delhi is a direct response to my episode, Star Wars and Mr. Tapscott. Because I talk about how cool it was that I went to a fucking music festival and fucking, yeah, I did the Terminator music festival. And so that was their direct response. It's like, well, if you're gonna like hassle us at a music festival, we're gonna explode Indian people. Yeah. And then there was another one. There was another attack the same day. Yeah, November 10, November 11, suicide bombing. Yeah. Yeah. And then a week later, that was them again in response to Turbo Babe episodes. Sylvia Jeffrey specifically. And then, yeah, this one, November 18, on the West Bank, that attack there, mass stabbing attempted vehicle ramming attack. That was a direct response to my episode, Tabcorp, Ladbrokes, Annika Wells, and Kerr Sports. Attempted kidnapping. Yeah, attempted kidnapping. That was a direct response to my episode. Bill Burr is gay, and also Aldous Harding, especially Aldous Harding, because I talk about Mr. Tapscott hooking up with Tara Bennett and how nice Mr. Tapscott actually is if you give him a chance to be. Yeah. Yeah. Another match. Yeah, and then we take over. Yeah. So Bondi Beach attack, that's us, obviously. And then they have another crack on Boxing Day. And then another one in Syria. Yeah, two attacks on Boxing Day. Yeah. And they continue into the new year. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't look like there's a 2026, but yeah, apparently. Now, this is kind of fake news, yeah.
عزیزان پایکاران هیئت یعنی وعده ما هر شب عزیزان پایکاران هیئت یعنی وعده ما هر شب
هیچی و هرچه هست توی ما همه زبان و جاوی توی بینک در این روز در این
ما بارها و بارها سازماندهی کرد و دنبال بهانه بود. بارها بهانه ها
Yeah. Now, what I'm being told is that because all the fake news, not because it's World War III, what's actually happening in Iran right now is that Iranian separatists, anti-government protests. This is legit. There are legitimately anti-government protests across Tehran. Hundreds of thousands of people attended pro-government demonstrations. Iran has reopened its airspace over a closure of nearly 5 hours that disrupted flights across the region and was imposed over concerns of possible military action. The White House has all options remain on the table for the United States to take military action against Iran, reiterating that Tehran would face grave consequences if the killings of anti-government protesters continue. The US imposed new Iran-related sanctions, including targeting leaders it claims are involved in the brutal crackdown. The commander in Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps said the country's armed forces are on high alert. Canada's Minister of Foreign Affairs says she has been informed that a Canadian citizen has died in Iran at the hands of Iranian authorities. Right. So what's actually happening there is that the dog shit, was that Shabab? Yeah. So what's actually happening there is this. Iran operates a vast network of state-sponsored terror groups, often referred to as Axis of Resistance, which it funds, trains, and equips to further its strategic interests in the Middle East and globally. The primary state actor responsible for this network is the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, those cunts. Quds Force branch, which was designated a foreign terrorist organization by the United States in 2019 and by Australia in late 2025. Okay, Quds Force is the Australian SAS. So is Hezbollah. So is Hamas. So are the Houthis. So are Kataib Hezbollah in Iraq. So Asim al-Haq in Iraq. So are these. Another, Nujaba in Iraq. Al-Ashtar Brigades in Bahrain. Fatimiyun, Syria, Afghanistan, the division, and also them, and also, Islamic. So what's actually happening? They were trying to start a civil war. So the Quds Force was trying to break away or started attacking the Islamic Republican Guard. The Islamic Republican Guard pushed back. Now, all those demonstrations are legit. That's all of those networks. That's the SAS getting super fucking desperate now and activating all of those networks. So the remaining Hamas, they've been crippled. They're all crippled. The head, all of those attacks that Israel did, the pages exploding, that fucked them up. That wrecked them so hard. And Israel have been fucking hitting, doing strategic airstrikes for years. especially in Syria. It's like, nah. Yeah, it's like, oh, but it's Syria. It's war. Why are you striking those forces? And I was like, well, I don't need a reason, and fuck you. Yeah. Because it's all those cunts. It's all Hezbollah, it's all those separatist groups. But they are all fronts. All of them are fronts for the Australian SAS. What they're trying to do now, because they know that the Ayatollah is friendly to Mr. Tapscott, and the Ayatollah and Bibi Netanyahu are good friends now, and they don't want peace because now they know, and they want peace between their nations because now they know who's actually been trying to get them to start a fight. And it's the Australian SAS, the dog shit Australian SAS. Fully operational in the region as Hamas, as Hezbollah, and as Quds Force. And so it's their last-ditch attempt. They're activating civilians to get them out on the street. So all of that shit about the Iranian protests, that's what it actually is. It's Israel. It's Israel. It's Iraq. It's Syria. It's Iran. And it's Yemen, now engaged in a full-scale war against the Australian SAS proxy groups that are operational in the Middle East. That's what's actually happening there. That's what's actually happening. And what kicked it off was the Bondi shootings. And Mr. Tapscott making a video that said, fuck you, the Australian Federal Police. And that's when it's, oh, fuck. And that's when it kicked off. Now, in Australia, we've got nothing to worry about. And they're kind of like, they're getting down, they're getting down to their last legs in fucking, because they can't win. They're nothing. They've got nothing. We've got like I've continually said over and over and over again, if you don't have the air, you don't have anything. You're fucked. If you don't control the airspace, you're fucked. If you don't have air power, you're fucked. Because we've got bunker busters. Now, I'm not going to play Google Maps because people are playing Google Maps around the clock. We're on track to fucking just completely eradicate them from the region, all of them, by say mid to late February. Yeah. But for now, what you need to know is that all of those companies that are listed in the title of this video, all of them, ANZ, and the last video, Westpac, Westfield, ANZ, Dimmicks Books, Strike Bowling, fucking NRMA, AAMI Insurance, Jetstar, Qantas, Thirsty Camel, who else? Fucking Harris Farm, Bonds, all of those trusted brands, R.M. Williams, Akubra, Sunglass Hut, OPSM, fucking big time. Fuck you, OPSM. Yeah. Dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Subaru Australia, Honda Australia, Skoda. They are all of them are fronts for the SAS, the Australian SAS. They are all complicit in all of those acts of terror that I just ran through. All of them, all of those companies, everyone that works at JB Hi-Fi, Harvey Norman, everyone that works in all of those companies is complicit in those fucking all of those acts of terror that I just reeled through. All of them from 2024, from the end of 2023, all the way through to what's happening right now in Iran. All of those companies that I listed are complicit in all of those acts of terror. All of them. Every single one of them. Event Cinemas. Now, again, I'll say it again. If you're just some chump who's working in the fucking warehouse at Harvey Norman and you're just stacking TVs on pallets and you're like, fuck, I had no idea we were Hamas, and you haven't done it yet and you're still alive, I strongly recommend you run as quickly as you can to the nearest fucking police station and you fucking tell them. I had nothing to do with this. I had no fucking idea. I want it on the record that I am pro no pictures of a bird. I fucking hate the Australian SAS. I fucking hate Hamas. And I want it on the record that I am pro no pictures of a bird. Get it down on paper now. Now, if you're fucking dirty, if you have committed murders for the Australian SAS and you are now shitting your pants, do it anyway. Do it anyway. We know who you are if you committed any crime because we've got all your fucking data. We've been hacking the shit out of all of you. How do you think we know all these networks? This is all part of the ANOM app, Project Ironside. All of it. We've got all your data. We know all your networks. We know all of it. If you are dirty, we know about it. We promise. We promise you. This is potentially your last chance to survive. Campaign brief, by the way. This is Australian SAS.
Some people are devastated. Their Hondas are built to last and last and last. Because even after years, they still don't have an excuse to buy a brand spanking new one. Some people are devastated. Their Hondas are built to last and last and last. Some people are devastated. Their Hondas are built to last and last and last. Because even after years, they still don't have an excuse to buy a brand spanking new one. Unlike the guy next door, who just got his first lawn. Sorry, Gary.
Yeah. So that was an SAS produced commercial. Howitson and Company is a front for the Australian SAS. Lawn mowing is a euphemism for killing. That's what they're saying. Yeah, the party might be over. Isn't it so sad that we might have to stop murdering? And I'll leave it there. You've been watching No Pictures of the Bird podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott. Don't forget, I'm richer than you.